Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. Shattered A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Shatteredcast Uncut, episode 229. I am your host for the week because I wasn't here last week, so deal with it. With me today is the usual cast of characters, starting with the one and only Greg from Mercy. How are you, sir?
What's going on, Justin?
Exactly. Next up, we have the one and only, back from New York, Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Hey, everybody. I'm glad to be back with y'all fuckers, man. It's awesome.
Alrighty, and then his tour guide through the insanity, we have Robert D.
What's going on, peoples?
It's not funny when two people do it. Yeah, it's not when two people do it.
Okay, and finally we have the one and only Bobby Skullface.
Happy Friday, you fools!
So yeah,
right.
That's everybody.
doing,
We're all
Justin?
here today. Nobody's missing, so it should be a good show.
Agreed.
So let's just move right on to what we got this week, and I'm just gonna go ahead so nobody has to awkwardly ask me at the end and say what you got, and I can say nothing, because I got nothing. So, alrighty,
Man.
Matt, what did you get this week?
I got the last week. I got in the Iron Factory Jetfire, down with the sickness, and I got the X Transbots Crack Up, and that's it. That's all I got.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Greg, what did you get this week?
Well, I got the X-Transbots box. I said box. X-Transbots Crack Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I got the, and you know what? It's not bad.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's not even like X-Transbots. It's not bad. I mean, it's actually like
Not bad.
yeah, it's actually not bad.
It's pretty good.
Is it pretty good? Pretty good.
I'm not trying to bring back an old trend, but it's not hateful. I got the
I just threw up in my mouth.
Model 01 light up head and faces for MP36 that I also had ordered, and it's a cool 5 minutes.
MP36 is Megatron, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the head with the LED, and then instead of the detailing underneath, and then it's got the same faces that come with the official. There's like a smirk face that's new, and then it's a toy front plate and face, which I'll never use. With yellow eyes, I should add. I'll never use it, but whatever. And it comes with a hand cannon, kind of like.
You wouldn't have blown his head off with a goddamn hand cannon.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's a reference to. Someone
Pulp
said
Fiction.
Oh no! I got that one.
Oh,
but the Megatron hand cannon.
Did you say hand cannon or ham cannon?
Ham.
And it fires steamed hams.
I would stand in front of that cannon all day.
And then there's a stand for gun mode.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's all right. I'm going to be using it in the future because I committed a travesty, but that'll be on next week's show. What else did I get? I got birthday toys. I got my Darth Vader, my new SH Figure Arts version 2 Darth Vader that I ordered a month ago to the day, and it just showed up today. Sal Life. And then birthday toys, I got Zeta Toys Jazzy, which is just the re-release of Coolsville.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, Justin.
Thank you.
He's not without his faults. I can't transform. Well, I can transform him, but I need to do it not in the middle of the night because the pin that holds the waist and the legs together is just long enough, and it's not gnarled, so like it slips out. It took me.
I slip out all the time too.
One of the worst parts about transforming that toy too is the way those arms collapse in together. They like just like permanently lock themselves in the alt mode, and yeah, it takes a while to get them back out.
Well, when I was trying to get that far, that's when he split in half, and I was like, "Oh, I got a 2007 Transformers movie edition, Jazz." But yeah, he's not bad. He's a cool looking figure. If something weird happens, my cat is literally walking across the keyboard right now. Cringer, stop. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, he's not bad. I'm gonna order those. Some douchebag fucking T2 something on Shapeways is selling these fucking fillers. And like, I don't mind paying $4 for fillers, $6 for shipping. That's it's a tall.
Damn, $6.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna pick that up. And I believe that is it.
Yeah, Shapeways' price has gone up recently. Like it's almost obnoxious. Like I wish I had my own printer and I could just make all my own stuff and just like reasonably charge people. But you know, what can you do?
What does one of those cost?
They're falling. I know that. I think you can get one for like $400. I think now.
Wow.
In love.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know much about the specifics of it because I haven't really looked at it. But there's supposedly some small ones you can get for relatively inexpensive anymore. But I don't do enough stuff to really warrant it either. It's just the Shapeways shipping cost, and like it's worse. Like because I've got parts, and I guess I did get something this week. I got it last week. I got those parts that I had made. But like some of them, like one of them needs a tweak, and the other one needs a redesign. And like that's another like $6 I have to pay in shipping to get a tweak in my part to see if it's something that can be used and sold, so
well, you know what, well, it wouldn't be any cheaper though because you still have to pay shipping, but Chris G has access to a 3D printer. He might could print your design for you and send you
yeah, maybe I have to give him a call.
Nice.
I mean, it'd save you like $2.
Yeah, well, I also have to pay for my materials when I make it too, so I mean, Shapeways isn't cheap on what they charge. Like everything that's on there, like it may cost like $6. It's like I pretty much round up to like the next dollar on whatever, so it's like you made 25 cents, like hooray,
So,
yeah, K2RX6 Unlimited.
Well, we do setups at Sam's Club at work, like with autographs and footballs and shit like that. And in fact, we actually were supposed to do one tonight because the boss just assumed I had nothing going on. But when we were in Sam's the last time, I saw they had a small printer, probably about the size of a rice cooker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might be the MakerBot one. I think that one's pretty small.
And it was
fryer.
Quite clear all the way around. No, it was small, about a half the size of a I'm looking at a rice cooker, a pressure cooker, and an air fryer all sitting beside each other right now. So I got it. But I think it was under $200. I don't know what the quality was because you could test print stuff in the store and demo it, but it took so fucking long. We were there for 45 minutes and my shit still wasn't done yet. I was just like, whatever. But what I was getting at after that was a coil of the material. Now, I don't know how that compares to the Shapeways material, but it was only like $10.
Yeah.
Shapeways.
And then you buy like those two little pieces and they're charging you $4. It's like, they gotta be making a killing.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Man, fuck that shit.
I'd buy one if I had more of a use for one.
Yeah, and I kind of feel the same way. Like, I don't produce things in any meaningful rate that like it's really all that worthwhile to me, but it'd be nice to have one.
I mean, there was a kid showed me a link. There was a children's 3D printer. Like,
don't open that link.
Educational thing. And it was was really cheap, and there was a coupon for it. Actually, I think there was a Groupon for it. I think is what it was.
Coupons are so cool.
But like the 3D printer, you got to think. I mean, it's just printing off a digital file, so the printer's only as good as the material. So if it's a cheap ass printer, if you buy the right, like if you buy a decent spool of material, like theoretically, I mean, it should be just as good as any other 3D printer as long as you're only printing like parts.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but yeah, I also can't do CAD, so
yeah. All right. Well,
see, Justin, really quick.
Is there
on the 3D printer tip? See, if you invested the money in the 3D
just
printer,
a tip,
and you had somebody that you know who does art, who could show you a design that you could render into CAD, I'm fully confident that you, more than anyone I know, or anyone that someone else that I know here knows, could probably design a prototype of a pretty outstanding jazz. And if you made a jazz that beat out the competition, you could sell that prototype, you know, for a lot of money.
Genius.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't have the aesthetic skill. I mean, like someone would have to be real good at modeling, you know, like the cars, and then like that has to translate into three-dimensional. Yeah, but I mean, it's more than just like art. Like that art has to translate, you know, into a 3D environment, which is not easy. So
his box art has changed lives.
Shut up.
He gets the raised, you know, the raised box art. Doesn't that count as 3D?
There you go.
Come on, you saw that Moz Toy's shoulders. Come on, he can do some 3D shit.
This is true.
He does mugs. Those are 3D.
Shut up.
It's fair. It's fair.
I don't know. I think you could do. I think you could really. You'd have fun doing it too. I think you do the Shapeways stuff because it's kind of like, because you know you can. You pump them out.
Yeah. Well, I need more time too to do a lot of that stuff. So you know.
You got him thinking. That's all you need. You got him thinking.
Yeah. Thinking's dangerous. So that's everything you got, Greg?
I think so.
I'll let you know in about 6 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Robert, what'd you get?
I burped.
Gas.
What did I get? I didn't get any toys. I did get Greg. I got a nice sushi dinner. I got fried oyster and avocado roll covered in spicy tuna and roe and sesame seeds. It's very delicious.
Sounds good.
And I didn't get anything else in, sadly to say. Yeah, fucking lame, but whatever. You know, I got the pre-order still with BBTS for that X-Transbots, the X-Transbots crack rock.
Ooh, cancel that and order somewhere else, man.
No.
Okay, or not.
No urgency. I'm like, whatever, okay, well, I got the pre-order in, and, you know.
Calm down, shit.
It's like, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, my crack rock is in shipping right now.
Your pile of loot is like a shipping container.
Well, no, my crack rock's only coming by himself right now. I don't have anything else.
You know you can get 2 for $5.
Yeah.
I know. So,
when Justin fucking clicks ship my loot, BBTS goes bankrupt.
Like, oh crap, that $4 shipping's really not working for us now.
$5 for a dollar.
Don't worry, they make it back with me.
Yeah, I'm sure. But no, the reason I don't have mine yet is because I forgot to update my credit card after I had it replaced. So they're like, "Hey,
that's another 2 weeks.
Update this so we can send it." I'm like, "Okay," and then nobody got back to me all week until just recently. So, whatever.
BBTS.
You get one more thing.
And Greg, you said you got one more thing.
No, I was just fucking around. I did get cake.
So, Bobby, what'd you get this week? Anything?
I just got the Black Series. What was it? The Dewback and Sand Trooper.
Racist.
Racist. Hey, we've already started calling sand people native Tatooiners, man. What more do you?
Nice.
And I got the solo art book in the fucking official guide. Those fucking art books are fucking great. Every single one of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I have The Force Awakens and Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get them? Where you get these at?
Old ones.
I get them from Amazon just because I pre-order it and then it comes in, on the day it comes out or whatever. But like, they're just so fucking goddamn well done. Like, my only criticism of them, like these new ones, like the Disney ones, are like they're long and short, and like they don't fit right on my shelf. But it's small potatoes. Like it just has like tons and tons and tons of concept art of like every little thing they work on these movies, and it's just put together fucking masterfully.
Nice.
It's always nice when someone puts together a book, like that is just everything you want it to be.
Exactly.
Is that where you get your inspiration for your box art?
Well,
yes, man.
Matt, do you know why he actually orders them from Amazon?
I do not. Please do tell.
Smile on the Amazon box?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby designed that.
Of course he did. I knew that. Did he sign it too?
Man, if I designed that smile, I would be fucking.
You wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't. If you designed the smile, you'd be on fucking food stamps. Amazon does not like to pay their employees, apparently, from what I've heard. In fact, they offer them. I found out they offer them $5,000. I think it's a yearly thing. It might be bi-yearly. They offer them $5,000 to quit, like their second level employees. I read an article about it the other day.
And free Prime service.
Prime service.
I'll give you free Prime service if you'll quit.
If you just
only for a year though,
and never come back.
It's free Prime service just for a year. That's it.
You can stream a whole bunch of shit that's not on Netflix that nobody wants to see.
You don't stream Netflix, Bobby.
Netflix either.
I do stream Netflix. I've actually been streaming Evil Genius since Justin recommended it.
Good.
Bobby,
I've been thoroughly enjoying it.
Bobby.
Yes.
The United States Postal Service delivery system does not constitute streaming.
Well, I also take advantage of that service. But yes, I actually got a great movie through their DVD.
I heard about that one. What is that called? Crying Game?
No, that's fucking Laura. Every time Laura has opportunity.
Oh, sure.
She's like, let's check out the Crying Game. We've never seen it. Okay. We've seen it like 8 times. No, I checked out this movie called Black Mass. It's about the dude Whitey, whatever his name is, the guy who like the Departed, Jack Nicholson's character is based off of.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing. It was great. Maybe Johnny Depp's best performance, in my opinion.
So you like Evil Genius?
I am. I'm enjoying it. I haven't made it all the way through yet. I had already started watching it, and then Adam watched it, and Adam was like, "You got to check it out because the crazy woman reminds me of your mom."
The crazy one looks like fucking Glenn Danzig.
Yeah, so she doesn't look like my mom. I had to clarify that today because I was actually low-key offended. And I'm not sure why, because I'm not really fond of that woman, but I was kind of like, man, come on, man, she doesn't look like that.
Come on.
But no, he was like, no. Just like in some of her, like some of the way she talks in her manic sort of behavior, that's definitely.
Do you have you have access to like HBO, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So then afterwards, you're gonna want to go.
No, he does not.
Yes,
go
I
check
do.
out The Jinx afterwards. It's only like 6 episodes. Also, it's pretty crazy.
I love how people ask that shit. Like people will say, "Do you have Netflix?"
He does not.
Say, "Do you have Amazon Prime?" But when it comes to HBO, it's always, "Hey, you got access to HBO Go?" Because I don't know if anyone actually has that service.
What's your password?
I've never met them. I always know people that use somebody else's code.
What's Hulu?
I use somebody else's code. I was going to say, I'll see if I can get you a fucking.
I use somebody else's Netflix.
Thing in the world.
Yeah.
Have y'all watched the Toys Transformers?
I haven't. It's next on my list after.
What?
I watched that too.
God,
you watched that Crying Game for a 12th time, but you can't watch that.
I was
watching
watching.
to talk about the Transformer one a little, like, I don't know.
I think there's a question down below that somebody asked about.
I heard a little bit about it. I heard that kind of Hasbro did create the Transformers. Like,
yeah.
No.
Like, had it not been for Hasbro, there'd be no Diaclone,
Well,
there'd be no Micro Man.
But they didn't create it.
No, they didn't. No,
They
Takara.
licensed G.I. Joe to Takara. Takara shrunk it down, turned it into the Micro Man, right, Justin?
Yeah.
And then they incorporated the Microman into transforming space robots and stuff, and then eventually turned that into like vehicles and shit. Then you also had, what was the other? The other, not the Diaclone, but the Microman.
Like Micronauts or Micronauts.
You had Microman and the Diaclone, right? And they both, and then Hasbro licensed that from Takara.
But it is kind of crazy. Like you could make the argument that if there was no G.I. Joe, there'd be no Transformers.
Yeah, you could make that argument and it was real interesting, you know, how they had said it came to be, because like when Hasbro gave licensed G.I. Joe to Japan, it's like nobody really wanted, like, you know, a U.S. Army man action figure over there. But
yeah,
like,
they had to change it up. They had to change it up to a robot. So
why would they not want American soldiers for?
Well, because at the time it was for, you know, it was around.
No, explain it to me, Matt. I don't understand it. Explain it to me in detail.
How about go suck a dick? I'll explain that.
But yeah, I mean, like, it was real interesting, you know, how they came up with, like, okay, so we're gonna use the same exact mold, but we're gonna put like little robot bits in and make it just clear, and like, you know, just how everything kind of cannonballed off that. I will say though, they were like, they spend so long or a while on G1, then like a little bit on Beast Wars, and then like boom, Bayverse. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I noticed that they completely skipped RAD and the Unicron trilogy and animated.
Right, and I feel like at least RAD, like, because after Beast Wars, like, it very much died for
RAD brought that shit
a long time, and it was RAD that kind of, you know, revitalized the franchise. Like, to not even get any statement behind it, like, regardless of how well it was received, seemed like a misstep. But like, it almost goes on, like, I wish that these episodes were longer, like they did like another series that you could talk about.
I hope they do another episode of it.
Yeah, or I think they should be willing to approach it like, you know, Transformers Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then if you only make it to Beast Wars, cool. Then pick it up when you get back, you know?
Yeah.
Right, because it's not just a collection of a vintage toy. That it's not some just toy that made us, and it's an old toy, and we're collectors collecting these old toys.
No, explain it to me. Explain to me why. I don't
understand.
Man, Bobby is on that little trip.
You know, I feel like they deserve. It should be a 3-part series.
Oh, it should. Maybe 4.
But I heard that.
And you know who should host it? Bobby Skullface.
I heard that Tom McFarlane made an appearance in the Star Trek episode.
Yes.
And like, I know the way that, like, it seems like the way that they navigate, like they talk to this one, they make a relationship with that one in order to do a show on this one, et cetera, et cetera. So like, I wonder
explain that to me.
If one day up their sleeve they have this kind of like
explain that to me, Bobby.
This goal to do a McFarlane toys.
I'm not gonna lie. Look, I kind of choked up when the head guy from Takara got that little Perceptor. That's his favorite character, and he got like a little case, like the old, you know, the '86 one, in a case and everything, and had a little a statue, and then inside the scope you could see it said "thank you." I kind of choked up a little bit. That was kind of sad.
When you look in the scope, you see a fuzzy penis.
It actually said "arigato."
But it did say thank you, and it did talk about the '86 movie, how, you know, they made a mistake by killing Optimus Prime and everything also. And then Peter Cullen talked a little bit. It was pretty good. I mean, I wish more. I wish it had more to it. But.
I don't think that shit is a mistake. Does anybody think that?
No. But you know, nobody regretted. Nobody mentioned killing off Starscream as a mistake.
But I think that shit. I think that's what makes that movie great in a way. Is not that they killed Prime, but just that they were ballsy as fuck.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with that. Like, you know.
No, I understand that. I understand that
about the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, you had to move on and everything, but you know, just talking about the kids where, you know, everybody's like, what the, 20 minutes in, you see Ratchet and Ironhide, all them die. You're like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, you're a little kid. You don't understand. You don't understand why they're.
No, I think it's brutal, but I also think that like that is what makes that movie. Like if that situation didn't exist, like if that first
it probably wouldn't be. Yeah.
Everybody would be like, yeah, it was fine. It was like a really long episode.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah, it had so much impact on you.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Could you explain that to me?
Okay.
You can only use my
piggyback off him.
You gotta be a little bit better when you use my joke, man.
I watched.
Explain to me how.
I watched it on my birthday, and she punched me or slapped me on the leg. I can't remember. She inflicted physical pain on me about 10 minutes in and said, "Why am I getting drawn into this?"
That's awesome.
And then at the end, her
movie.
Her two thoughts were, well, we watched the movie afterwards, and she actually paid attention this time.
Good. Nice.
She wants to hug the guy that got the Preceptor. She just wants to give him a big
hug. He was so old
like
and
the happiest man that's ever lived.
No, he was so happy, and he like. But at first, they said during the thing he didn't like the movie at all and everything. But it warmed up to him and all that stuff. And
and then she said she wanted to have a face-to-face sit down with Bob Budiansky.
Yeah, that's another good dude. We all love him too.
The Budiansky sounds like a sex move. Like I
slipped to the Budiansky.
I slipped to the Budiansky, boy.
Hey, that's the title of the episode.
I think you really need to explain that to me now.
No, Robert, shut up. Budiansky is when you get to know 40 different people in a weekend.
This on Memorial Day, we went to the malls. It was me, Lisa, and Scarlett. Me, Lisa, and Scarlett, and we kept the baby with the babysitter. We're gonna have our first just day out with Scarlett alone forever. Huh?
Yeah. See, it's annoying, isn't it?
I don't understand. Explain it to me.
Explain it to me.
But I said, what do you want to go see? Solo's out, or we could see Infinity War because they haven't seen it yet. They don't know that I saw it, so they wanted to see Infinity War.
They don't know. Come on.
Fucking family.
So we went to see Infinity War.
Where aren't you?
We went to see Infinity War, and as we're sitting there, like an 8-year-old boy dressed up as Spider-Man walks in.
You text me there, you're like, so much.
I was like, ha ha.
And of course, you made fun of him behind his fucking back because that's the kind of guy you were.
Yes.
You know what else, Robert? Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah. I'm eating sushi. I got fucking wasabi in my face and my mouth. I stick it up my nose.
All right.
I feel like the Budiansky is when you bang a girl that you think might have an STD, and then you got to get yourself checked immediately afterwards.
Oh yeah, go to the doctor. You go to the doctor like, I think I got the Budiansky.
Yeah, and then they got to put your blood under a microscope.
Can I just real quick?
No.
Real quick. Since we were talking about streaming, and that's what spun off to this, can I share a thing I learned about streaming?
If we say no, are you going to still talk?
Don't cross the
stream.
Especially
if it has any information to do with the worth of a stream, I would be especially interested in that.
As long as you explain something to me, I'll be happy.
So we cut cable, right? It was big because our bill went up to we were paying $70 some a month for cable, and we watched maybe 10 channels was what I said at the time, maybe 10 channels. And then so we just started doing streaming services, and then we ended up paying $80 for all the different Hulu to get
yeah, that shit adds up, man.
Yep,
Netflix and all that shit. But then fucking out of nowhere, Spectrum, which is our provider, our internet and cable provider, hit me up and was like, special offer, pick 10 channels for $20.
Was it Oscar?
That was pretty good. That's not a bad offer.
Yeah, so and we were hard pressed. We just picked the last 2 channels at random. So now I'm paying $20 a month for all the shit that we watched that I was paying $70, $80 for before.
I do that. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, I don't watch half the shit I don't have.
If Verizon gave me that option, I'd be all in.
Dude, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say you have Verizon.
Yeah. It's the only one that's in our neighborhood.
I wish we had it. We have Comcast. It's trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're locked.
Yeah, we have Comcast over here, Tim.
Hey, Greg, did Bobby try to sell you on the $4.99 CD mail delivery service?
No, but here's what I get for $20, which isn't bad. I get we didn't pick any. I don't think we. Oh, I get BBC. I get Cartoon Network. I get Nickelodeon. I get
RT.
I get AMC.
Al Jazeera.
Animal Planet. I get the ISIS Network, and there's I can't even remember the other.
Spectra.
Plus, I get all of the on-demand shit. That last 500 channels. The last.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
In the movies, I get all that shit too for $20. And
did you get sci-fi? Did you get sci-fi?
I did pick sci-fi, just because every once in a while they'll have some good.
Did you watch Krypton by chance?
I did not.
Okay.
You know,
it just ended this week or past week. So.
Speaking of,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, speaking of ISIS, Matthew and his beloved Belisa were very scared to be in New York City.
No, Lisa.
They were like, ISIS is going to attack while we're here. Matt, tell them how scared you were of the driving in Brooklyn.
Oh, fuck that shit, man. There's no fucking way I can drive in Brooklyn or anywhere in New York. Y'all are fucking crazy, man.
Matt is the worst backseat driver in the world. He's doing like the phantom pedals with his feet. Like, hit the brakes!
I do that shit too, though.
Dude, y'all fucking, I mean, come on now. Y'all are ridiculous, man, with, triple parking or something, and y'all got just shit. Just trash, basically trash.
He's like, there's cars everywhere! I'm gonna die!
Do the phantom pedals. And we don't have the old shit handle in our car. Like our last car, we did have the oh shit handle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I still reach up and try to grab.
Oh, I asked where Robert was. It was right in front of me. I was like, you don't have an oh shit handle. He's like, no, it's right in front of you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you were like, your car's trash. You don't have an oh shit handle.
Oh, we heard we heard the raccoon in the motor 2 thing going knock.
I figured out what it was. Guys.
What was it? What was it?
It was a raccoon in the motor.
Explain this to us, please. Explain.
There are raccoons in Brooklyn.
I love driving in New York. Like,
of course
fucking like, it's just so much fun. Shit, like you can be like aggressive as fuck, and like everybody's like,
you're one of those dickheads.
Like everybody's just like used to it and like work around. Like if you try to pull the weave in and out of traffic maneuvers in my part of town, like you do in New York, like somebody is definitely liable to get out of the car and come up to your fucking window. 100%.
Listen,
dude. When I was driving around Maryland, when I was in Baltimore, I had to weave around crackheads selling fucking just pans.
Well, I mean, like, that is Baltimore. Like, you've heard of us, right?
Listen, okay, I got a story.
Because he rolls. Well, you don't have the fucking 300 anymore. You just roll that one. You take it to the car wash. You get it waxed. You roll your window down. You lean out like you're Jay-Z. And you just drive around like you're in a Jay-Z video.
Listen, okay, we were going to the airport from our hotel. We got an Uber. Okay, this fucking guy, hilarious. This cab or whatever tried to put in or move in or something on the side or everything. They just started honking each other and everything. So she pulls up as a woman. She pulled up, and the Uber driver's like, rolled down the window like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You're lucky you're a lady. You were lucky you're a lady." And I was like, "Oh my god, we're fixing a fight with a cab driver."
Wait, he was calling you a lady?
No, I was not in the cab. I was in the Uber. Anyway, it was fun. My wife was like, "What the hell is going on?" We were fixing to throw down with a cabbie.
So it turns out the rattling sound is the seal around my windshield is just unsealed. And whenever there's wind, the rubber's like...
Explain that.
So, into an accident because of that? Could you sue yourself for liability?
Could sue my mechanic. My windshield's motorboarding.
Yeah, what? You said you did find out what it was?
Yeah.
What was it?
Let me explain it to you, Bobby.
Yeah, please do. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about making 2 stupid purchases.
Oh, God, what are you going to buy?
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it right this second.
The rubber seal around my windshield is basically unsealed, so it's just like a rubber labia on the top of my car flapping against my hood.
Nice.
But anyway... What are the stupid purchases you're thinking of?
Hot toys? Yeah, they're hot toys. God damn it. Fucking Chewie again.
No, I'm not getting that. I don't like the way... Chewie looks fucking ridiculous, and I think the Han looks off.
Oh, are you getting the Dragon Lady?
The Dragon Lady?
She was in Game of Thrones. She was in Solo.
Oh, no, they haven't announced one for her yet. I don't see... Here's my question with that stuff. Like, if I'm not in on Han and Chewie...
Why would you get her?
Right. Can I get anybody else? You know what I mean?
It'd be kind of weird, but I mean, you can. I mean, you have to have Han and Chewie.
Who I put them with? Like, strange.
There's nowhere they can go. Yeah. What two are you talking about?
I'm thinking about getting the Last Jedi disgruntled Luke and Jedi training Rey.
Are they judging you?
Rey comes with 2 porgs.
Ooh.
Parts or...
No.
Does Luke come with whatever the animal was that he squeezed milk from?
Yeah, but if he did, I probably would already have it pre-ordered.
So they have old Luke now?
they have like, so I have the old Luke from like I call it Last Rites Luke, like the one from the end of Force Awakens. Like I have him, but like I kind of really like this Luke.
What's this Luke? Is this like middle-aged Luke?
No, I call him disgruntled Luke. It's the Luke that's like, or trash bag Luke.
Explain it to me.
The Luke that like is dressed like a hobo on the island. That like,
what diorama are you gonna make for those?
Well, I don't really do dioramas for Hot Toy stuff, but like I was, I don't know. I'm very, very tempted. Luke doesn't come out until December, and Ray doesn't come out until September, so I have some time. But
these are Hot Toys. I thought you meant 6-inch scale.
No, 6-inch that's easy. I'm in for all that shit. If I change it,
I'm not gonna order from Pinkerton or Mezco, man.
If it's Mezco, I'm gonna buy it.
I don't buy Mezco.
This is the Bobby Mezco voice.
You don't support the Pinkerton?
I support Pinkerton 100%.
Is it made from cloth?
But I don't buy Mezco stuff. I just haven't found anything in Mezco. I think I'm getting my first Mezco this year. I'm trying the Wonder Woman, but like I think I'm gonna regret that.
What's wrong with Mezco? I got the Jason on pre-order.
I got Popeye coming.
I'm just a little. I just don't know I don't know how I feel about the way the soft goods look in that scale. Like I'm just like some of it works out well. Like the Daredevil works really well. The Punisher works really well.
Wolverine looks stupid, right, Bobby?
Wolverine does look pretty fucking stupid.
And that feeling when he's whispered in your ear, "These aren't dolls, Bobby." Like he just pre-ordered a doll.
I'm gonna see Pinkerton tomorrow.
I heard. I was jealous. I almost came up.
Oh, you would come up for them, but you wouldn't come up for me.
Well, it wasn't really that. It was kind of like the stars just aligned, and I almost came up. I almost left with Pinkerton this morning, and then was going to stay with him the entire time and just ride back with him when he came. But I just got too much. I got to get done.
And he means the stars of the realm.
And of course, Bobby wasn't going to tell me until a half an hour beforehand.
Yeah, I would have texted you when I got into town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little
He
surprised.
didn't want to give you too much warning, so he didn't have to do your tub. You know.
A little surprised.
He's like, let me see what your fucking tub looks like, asshole.
Yeah, you got one bathroom for all these people. Let's have a look.
I didn't get to look at Robert Day's apartment.
You didn't get to come up. Can you believe that? I was offended at myself.
I got to see his office though. He's got a nice little office.
It's not little. He gets the job done.
Have you seen my backyard? All right then.
All right. So I think we've done the intro long enough. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on.
I've actually been really enjoying this part of it.
I have to be honest with you. And I got to give Robert a quick shout out that because of him, I was reminded that I needed to finish my Proton Pack, and it was, nice
that looks
weather,
good, really
so
too, man. That was really good.
So.
That looks very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now,
is that Halloween prop probably, isn't it?
Now that it's like, yeah, I mean, now that it's done, I mean, did you are there like parts out there and you buy the parts to build it yourself like a kit, or you basically had to engineer this
garbage? Go with the garbage.
So there's a lot of parts that are out there. If you go looking, like the lights and sound boards there's companies that make them, like fan websites that produce them. So the one I got specifically was designed to go with the Matty Collector wand that I had picked up years ago. So that way you can plug the wand in and it controls all the sounds on the backpack basically. And the light kit is a different company, but it connects to that same soundboard, so it controls the lights in sync with the sounds.
Oh.
And then, after that, it's like you have to track down, and again, it sounds harder than it is, but most of this stuff is on, gbfans.com has a store, and they have the person or a company that cuts the red lenses to the circle, but since I used the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack, the exterior, to kind of, save some time there, I had to cut a bunch of things down to make it fit into that Proton Pack, so it wasn't just plug and play. But if you want a full size one, there is kits out there that you can put everything together basically.
And do you have a jumpsuit?
Not yet, but the suit will be here on it's Wednesday, so tomorrow. And,
are you gonna do
I'm
roleplay?
working on getting like the patches and everything I need and all that stuff now. So.
Oh, make Bedell dress up like the ghost
Justin,
from the
you can do-
library.
We've been talking about it. What we could do for Halloween's. So.
Oh no, no,
I
roleplay.
meant in the bedroom. Yeah.
Dude, that would be so cool. I would pay to watch that.
Ew.
What? Oh, that's too far. Too far. I'm sorry.
Too much.
I'd pay off and dye it like a reddish pink. Some glasses. She could be Janine. You could be Egon.
That's true.
Nice.
A shorter, out of shape Egon, but I mean, you know what? I'm late life Harold Ramis. There you go.
She could be Sigourney Weaver, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you put, what name would you put on, what patch would you put? What name?
I'm putting my own last name on. Why not?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, what's the point of, I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm just being myself in a Ghostbusters outfit.
Could you explain your last name?
Hey, can I do a shout out inside of a shout out to James S? Because I cannot pronounce your last name. He's been one of our older fans.
Mm-hmm.
We met at TFCon in Chicago, and
He's a Ghostbuster.
Yes,
he's a Ghostbuster. Yep.
Nice.
Just shout out to that guy. Just out of nowhere.
Shout out to that guy, man.
You should connect with him, Justin, and come to TFCon as a Ghostbuster.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
You can paint Matt Green.
I would love.
I would do that. I'd be naked. I'd run around naked and green. I wouldn't mind.
Just run around the whole hotel chasing Matt around the whole.
Oh
time.
yeah, be like the Jackass episode with the fat guy and the midget.
That'd be pretty.
You can paint me white. I'll put a little sailor cap on.
To be fair, Matt, wasn't that every Jackass episode?
Pretty much, yeah. In underwear, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, let's actually move on, I guess. Right? Are we good? We good?
We're good.
All right, we're good. So we're moving on to our first bit of news, which is that the Transformers Cyberverse will be premiering in September. And is this on the Machinima page again, or what is this?
I think so.
I think
18 episodes, 11 minutes. Yeah, so it's some online thing.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 18.
Target age 6 to 11.
Let's see, premiering later this year in an 18-episode run. Wow, they're doing 18 episodes that will all add up to about 2 hours. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Each 11-minute episode will focus more on character development and Transformers mythology. 11 minutes. How the hell are you gonna get that much time to focus on the character?
To be honest, the G1 episodes were only like 20.
And look how much character development there was in G1.
Yeah,
Virtually
they also
none.
had 90, 80, or how many episodes they have? 90?
20.
Episodes?
Right. So the character development that came from G1 came from like the 180 episodes or whatever, and this is 180 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I understand, but they were still short back then.
I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, it's better than I'm giving it credit for. But I mean, I don't know.
Matt's response to you is just like,
can we read the synopsis on this one?
No.
I think we should.
Bobby likes to read.
Bumblebee is on a critical mission where lives are at stake. Only he can't
no.
remember what it is.
Steak?
Sounds
Did
like
someone
a
say
good-
steak?
It's a good thing his best friend, Windblade, has found him to help repair his damaged memory chips. I hope that he can't talk or think.
So he don't have a... Man, Bumblebee gets fucked up. He don't have
I
a
hope
voice,
he's
and he don't have
blind.
memory. Come on now. Why
With
you
each
gotta fuck with
recovered
Bumblebee
memory,
so much?
Bumblebee rediscovers his past adventures on Cybertron before coming to Earth. He relives fun moments when he played Cybertronian sports with his friends, and even tragic ones that would change his life.
I like it.
His past will shape him into becoming the hero we know today. As each memory is repaired, another clue comes to light that will lead them both to complete their shared mission to save their friends and Earth. However, the Decepticons are hot on their heels and time is running out.
Brilliant.
Hey,
I'm gonna watch it.
hopes and dreams.
I want to go back to the toys that made us real quick. And the Takara designer who, God bless him, was like giving his this is what this character represents, and was like he went through like determination for Megatron, and then he was like what did he say for Bumblebee? It was like special
Stupid
boy,
kid.
happy boy, something like that. And it made me laugh. Probably more than it should have, but whatever.
I honestly only added this because of the comments in this thread. And it has exceeded my expectations as the day has gone on.
Pull something out, Greg. What do you got? What's the gold?
Hold on, let me find some.
I smell garbage.
It's not fall. The rumor started with a fake image posted on Twitter. A few days later, it was confirmed to be fake. Let's see what else we got. Actually, I got this confused with another thing I shared from TFW.
While I agree that a show like Transformers is better suited for 22-minute format, shows like SpongeBob have proven that you can do a lot with 11 minutes.
Oh, here's Baku
Oh
former.
my God! Someone compared SpongeBob to this. Like, come on.
Here's Baku former Double Ought. I hope it airs on a place that isn't as terrible like CN. That's the Cartoon Network. Let's see.
Explain the Cartoon Network.
I smell you legitimately quoted a fucking comment here. I thought you were just making some shit up.
I think Purple Hearts. Oh no, I wholly agree. And he spelled holy, HOLY.
That's a religious man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's wrong with that, Robert? Are you shaming?
Stop being
religion shaming.
Stop being such a religion shamer, Robert.
God,
you douche.
Fuck out of here, you pussyhead.
I got a problem with holy things. Speaking of which, why the fuck isn't Bobby paying attention to the show? He's looking at Hot Toys right now.
I know he is.
I'm not looking at Hot Toys right now. I just don't give a fuck about
Bisco.
I don't give a fuck about this.
I want Bisco now.
But I do think that Robert Steak may have been overcooked and and then he went back to a different store and took a whole bunch of pictures of a new steak, and the steak was fatty as fuck.
That was Matt's photo.
Why did you
photo?
How come you spent $200? How come you spent $200 for such a fatty steak?
Well, to be honest, that picture Matt posted was from a different angle from where Matt was sitting at the table.
That's where he was sitting.
Preach.
That was where he was sitting. And
was the
never comes from the fat.
Fuck.
But Dale and I were wondering, being that Robert is such a generous person, how many meals did you go out to Robert that you didn't have to pay for, Matt?
Ooh, good question.
Did he sneak away and was like, I have to use the bathroom, and then he's like, I paid for it?
Dude, have y'all ever tried to pay with Robert?
God damn it! I'm coming to New York. I'm bringing the whole family next month.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh God, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just always bring out my wallet slowly. Okay, I guess I'll pick this one up, huh, guys?
Y'all really think that I'm like that? I mean, that's fucked up.
I'm gonna get him. I'll be like, oh, thanks, Bobby.
Yeah,
family, the woman family, the men family, the children family. He's bringing the whole family.
I love getting Tyler though. Whenever we go out, it's like a thing now because he thought that we were doing like an every other thing. At first, he thought it was like we'll split, and then the next time, like I'm always finding a sneaky way to pay the bill without him.
Tyler's another one that's got a lot of money. I'm more like the I give you one chance. Like when somebody's like, hey, I got it. It's on me. I'm like, no, man, come on. And then you say, no, I got it. But okay, thank you. I only do one.
Well, yeah, but that's what it is. If you're gonna say I got it, you better fucking mean it.
Yeah. But except Tyler, I did fight it because he was he was showing us like different spots, or showing Chris really different sneaker spots, and then I think I picked up lunch just because Chris drove. It made sense. It all worked out. I think it was fair.
You cheap fuck.
Hey, you know a good way to
I got a lot of mouths to feed.
Bobby's like, hold on, let me just get you out a doodle real quick and upload this. Okay, got it.
Up. Dude, I wish that was the case.
That would be nice. All right, well, let's move on here with the news.
Greg was saying something.
Go ahead, Greg. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
What a good way to show Robert, or not show Robert, show Tyler his place. You should probably send me some more money.
I tell you, I don't think. I think Tyler doesn't want me in his home, man. There's been a couple of times where, like, like this. I've been like, hey, man, maybe just swing by your house and be like, I'll meet you up at Target.
It's weird. I'm kind of like that too. Like I know people online, and like, it's fine, and I'm fine, but like, I'm still wary about like having Kit and like the pets here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a third or fourth date kind of thing with me.
Right. I
wanted to have Matt over, and like the house is messy. It's not dirty, but it's fucking messy because my kids. You can clean this house. Come on, imagine what my kids would do to a clean house in 30 minutes.
Oh my God! I mean, they're up from sunrise to fucking midnight.
I know, and they're always rampaging. So I'm like, Lisa was just like, what?
2 cats and a dog. Like we clean our house, and like 45 minutes later, it's like Vietnam.
Plus a hedgehog.
Plus, imagine Robert's kids, like, on like, during the week, like, I don't want to go to school. Like, you don't have to, another whole day home making a mess.
Hey, she's got a science exam on Monday, and it's a statewide thing. And she just, we printed up a bunch of the prior years of tests, and she just did one today as a practice, and she scored perfectly.
Oh, congratulations. Let's make some noise for that.
Thank you, baby.
I'll tell you what though, so Jaina just went through like some like standardized testing, I think like a month ago. Like the whole nation's got to do it right to see how you compare to the rest of the world or whatever. That's the rest of the nation. And like they send out this email where they're like, look, this big standardized testing is coming. As a heads up, we will be supplying mints for the class because we found out that mints have help with brain function or some horse shit. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was talking to a person that works for the county, like in the education system, and she was like, every year we get parents that try to boycott the test, keep the kids home, and then try to sue the county saying that their kids are stressed out. And I'm like, unbelievable, man.
Lawyers.
The fucking world we live in. Like, guess what? Stress is part of life. Like,
get over it.
Like I told you, Jaina was stressed out, but I was like, look, you gotta do it. So you're doing it. And then for 2, they're not even evaluating you. If you want to keep it real, they're evaluating your school system. So if you believe in your school system, try your hardest. If you don't give a fuck, wing it.
You know what though? Where I am, the grade, because Jaina's in 4th grade, right? Third. That's why in 4th grade, at least in New York, they it determines where they go to middle school.
Really?
So, yeah, it's fucking like, what? You're putting that kind of pressure on a 9-year-old? Okay. So it's just like, I don't want her to have that kind of stress, but I want her to understand when there's a job to do, you fucking do it. You're smart. You can do it.
But you don't have to tell her all that. You know what I mean? You don't have to tell her, like, look, this is going to determine your future. You just say, look, like, go in and, knock it out.
This is work you have to do.
I'm sure they're trying to, stay up with, China and Japan and all that stuff, and that's why they're stressing out there.
Dude, it's not even that. It's more so like it's more so.
Not anything like that. Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's more so
Explain
like.
Explain it.
See, was
that a good one? Was that a good one?
Pulled it off. Matt pulled it off. All right, let's continue.
All right.
Well, hold on. I had a question for Robert. So normal parents like compare their kids to like siblings or cousins or friends of the family. Do you ever use Peter Parker when talking to your daughter? Like, well, Peter Parker fucking did it, and he's from Queens.
I should. Yeah, that's perfect. Damn it. But
hey,
thank you for that
the
insight.
little one spitting up everywhere at the restaurant.
She for $263.
I use Bobby Skullface as a boogeyman.
That is true, and it's weird.
It works.
It's weird, but the little one spit up everywhere at the restaurant.
Get you in the night.
Alrighty.
Make you edit his videos.
Dude, I wish.
Draw his
words.
Jaina, get your pen. We are going to ink.
The moment that Jaina's like, look, like, I want to earn some money, I'm like, you want to fucking edit some videos?
This MMC Helion is not going to draw himself.
If actually a good idea, Bobby. That's actually
dude. If she was like, look, I'll do it. You know what I mean? For like instead of like cleaning the toilets and shit for like an allowance, like I would straight put her to work editing videos.
Has she tried it, or does she watch you?
She's expressed interest, but her interest is more so in like learning like Photoshop and Procreate more so than it is like editing videos. Like she was like, every now and then she's like,
wait, hold on.
That's a poor choice of words, Greg.
What did you just say, Bobby?
Procreate is like Apple's Photoshop.
Okay, they hit me. They hit me.
That's quite being dirty.
No, she's not that. Like she is.
Well, that's cool. I mean, it's cool that she's interested in that stuff. It's pretty cool.
Selena is the one I'm going to watch in that department.
So what? You're not letting because Jane is not useful doing that. You don't let her do it, Bobby.
It's not so much that. It's just that like I do believe in learning fundamentals, and like I work with Jane with that stuff, and she doesn't have the fundamentals yet, and she also doesn't like she.
Ready or not?
Yeah, like she's not. She wants to run, and she's not interested in taking the time to learn how to crawl properly.
Did you just make that up? I think you just made that one up. That was good.
Yeah, put that on a sticker.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my dad came up with that.
What? Does she have?
What do you say?
Does she have good hands, like clean nails and everything?
Yeah, she's a.
You should get her to manipulate the toys, and you just do the voiceovers. And she had videos.
Yeah, somebody just recently said, like, dude, trying to get a Manny. I'm like, dude, I am Gary Cooper of this shit.
I love a Manny. Ain't a pity.
I love Manny from New York.
I got my toenails cut tonight.
That's a good guy. Manny's a good guy. I met him. I met him over. I met him in the Bronx.
No, you did not. No, you did not. The Bronx is still pretty severe.
He's just Manny from the Bronx.
Right. I thought it was J-Lo from the Bronx.
I only had a problem in one area in New York ever in my life, and I spent a significant amount of time in the Bronx, and it was not in the Bronx. It was in Long Island. It's the only time
Ace?
I ever remotely.
Did Scotty get you caught up?
No, I just.
Ace Milo? Did he get you?
No, he's in Staten Island.
Oh, he's in Staten. Okay.
That's like even further away. It's like out of the mix.
That's the taint of New York City.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, all right, Justin, I'm sorry.
All right, we're moving on. So Fans Hobby did the obvious, and they're making a black Powerbaser, which is
I already knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it comes with a. Is it a dead matrix? It just looks like a silver matrix with a blue gem in it. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
At least this repaint has some kind of precedence, and wasn't this like Nucleon Quest, Optimus Prime or Convoy or something like that?
That's what it says. Yeah, the Nucleon. Yeah.
Yeah. It was from that episode, Creatively Bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
There there's actually
Creatively Bankrupt.
There's actually an update to the story. ADC has canceled this release.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Racist.
Yeah.
I like this. I'm gonna get it. I like the Powerbaser, and I'm gonna get the black one.
Did you get Powerbaser, or are you just getting this instead?
No, I got a Powerbaser.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which one is this? Yeah, I may not have this one. Shit, I don't know. I'm confused. Fuck.
This is
no, I did get the. I got the other one. No, yes, I did get the. I got this one, the Powerbaser. Okay. I got the red.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good figure. It's a solid release.
Yeah, it's a brick. It's a big old brick, and I'll get this one probably.
All right. So we're gonna move on then to.
And the way we want, and the waifu, and the waifu.
Well, we just got a copyright strike for that.
Was that the Nightmare on Elm Street song?
No, that was the Nightmare on Elm Street song. Okay, go. You can have my Diet Coke. Bobby said it was okay. Sorry, guys.
No, you're not.
Get that kid some milk or water.
Alrighty. So, like I said, we were moving on to NewAge Bumblebee in his color form, and it's looking pretty good in color.
I'm getting this.
Like it.
I think it's gonna be like $15 at BBTS, and I think it's gonna be cheaper at some other retailers.
Yeah, it's not bad. And they show 3 colors. They show the Bug Bite color, Gold Bug, and Bumblebee, and they all look good. I mean,
Critter. Yeah.
Does Bumblebee have that big? Yeah, they did. So Goldbug has something different going on to give him the little backpack, like he's transformed different or something. That's pretty cool.
I'm in.
Yeah, he's got the hood. Yeah, I'm in too. Do you think they're going to, are they going to just do mini bots because they're so small?
Seems like it.
Or are they going to do
I
other?
hope they do a Unicron this tiny.
The only thing I want to say about Goldbug is I feel like you need a golder color on him. He's just kind of like I don't know.
Why are you judging people on color?
More muted yellow, you know?
Yeah. Don't judge people on color, Justin.
Oh, Matthew. Justin's saying something worthwhile.
Oh, is he? Well, would you explain it to me, Robert? That he's doing something worthwhile, please?
All right, so we're going to move on from this one, too. To the next piece of news, which actually does interest me quite a bit, is the TFC ST Commander prototype. And so this is the Rolling Thunder Optimus Prime, which Crossover Gen previously had done one. But this is looking real good, if you ask me. I think I would like to get this one, I think.
What is this from, Justin?
So the Rolling Thunder is a G.I. Joe vehicle. And back in one of the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover comic books, they had a Optimus Prime transformed from this Rolling Thunder vehicle to his robot mode, obviously. So this is what it is, basically.
Nice. And what are your thoughts on like that base mode stuff? I mean, is that acceptable to you?
I mean, it's fun. I think it's kind of pointless, but I think, and I'm guessing based on the size, that it's designed to kind of, well, I don't know. I'm guessing this is the case, but maybe it's designed to fit with like a G.I. Joe character behind like the bunker type thing, like the blue.
That big, huh?
Not that it's that big, but Crossover Gen did the same thing where the trailer kind of folded out and it was tall enough that a G.I. Joe could stand behind it, you know? And looked like he was like looking over a bunker, basically.
The real question is, how many Joes can you sit on the back of that trailer? Not the trailer, but the back of Optimus while it's riding.
Probably 2. So.
I like that camo version too.
Yeah, I'd have to decide which one. If I get this, which one I want. The camo version, I think, is more in line with the comic, if I recall correct. But the G1 colors looks pretty interesting.
Yeah,
the other thing that I like about this mold is if you're looking for a pyro for a shelf, I feel like this works really nicely as a pyro, because it's like, you know, Pyro was trying to imitate Optimus Prime, but like was obviously different, so you know, it kind of works really nice as a pyro.
Do you think they recolor it to pyro?
I don't know. It depends on how this thing transforms, I think.
How's this going to sell? I mean, honestly, do you see a market for this?
Dude, I think the TFC doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Damn, Bob, coming out of nowhere. I don't think they give a shit.
No, I literally think they've got more money than they know what to do with. Like, they've got so many fingers and pies, and like so many fingers and toes, and so many different pies that like they can afford to do whatever they want and cut their losses. Like everything to them is just whatever they're feeling at the time. That's it.
I don't think that's a saying.
He just made it up. He can.
I think it's cookie jar.
I don't know. I got to talk to my dad about it.
Fingers and pies? You stick your fingers in pies, Bobby? You're that guy?
Trying to find the picture, but Spiro shared in one of our chats a picture.
Oh, the Ultra Magnus one?
Yeah. So that was in the chat. All right, I got to find it then.
Yeah, it was today. He posted it today.
Yeah, no, it was last night because I looked at.
Oh, was it?
Like, I don't think I'm gonna buy this, but this is a damn good looking robot.
My only concern is it needs to be pretty high quality because they're asking $184 for it, and that seems a bit steep.
How big is?
Well, that's odd because I'm gonna have to ask them to relax.
He is just under 10 inches tall, so.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's a bit much for how tall it is. Well, okay.
So
he has hyper mode, which is all his crap attached to him, and at that he's like a foot tall.
Did you have the Rolling Thunder as a kid?
No.
What's 10 inches? That's what Voyager size or later class, maybe?
I'll show you next time I bump into you.
Where?
I had it as a kid. I had to put it together because my dad was too busy on Christmas, and I was like, "Fuck you." And that's when I learned never skip steps in construction. Because I put missiles in.
I think it's got a lot of playability factors to it, so that could be a reason why the 180 price.
But
it's got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, my only concern is I feel like TFC is not a product that warrants that price. Like, I haven't seen them produce something that makes me feel like I'm willing to pay that for them. So, yeah. I mean, this is definitely a case of I think I need to see it before. Like I either need to see someone review it that I trust, or see it in person.
You could wait because it'll be on sale later on.
Yeah,
I think
that's
will
probably true too.
Yeah.
The crossover Gen 1, like nobody could get rid of. They probably still exist. Let's see.
All I was trying to say was the original toy was like a foot and a half long or more, if I remember correctly, because my perspective as a 7-year-old is different than 30. But
TFC's combiners are not holding up well.
Are you sure?
Please explain to me, Bobby. Please.
The crossover Gen 1, which it's pretty crap, but it went the lowest price I see, and this is BBTS, $35 to get it.
God dang.
Yeah.
What I want to know is what kind of fucking pies do you stick your fingers in, Bobby? Like custard pies, or like if there's like a dough on top, you'll still poke through it?
That actually makes it funnier, to be honest.
Mud pie.
All right. So with that, we're gonna move on. Hasbro News, I should say. Figure King magazine shows some of the upcoming Takara products, which is like your MP Megatron. What else do we have here? Dinobot, I guess, in color next to him, and I gotta say it looks good with the three of them, but still not in.
Oh man, that Megatron is fucking beautiful. That's gonna be $300 at least, maybe more.
Dude, that first Megatron face, I feel like is the same expression that everybody draws their first Ninja Turtles with.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just feel like when you first start drawing Ninja Turtles, that's the expression you give them.
Yeah, that's what they had. That's the expression they had, and that's what the expression that the original toy had. That's stupid.
All right, I'm not taking a jab.
No, jab away at that pie. Jab away.
The mouth open face, does it bother anybody else? Like, I feel it looks real strange.
The one that Bobby's talking about.
The middle one.
No, the middle one.
The laughing one.
Where he's like,
yeah. That's the yes face, probably.
I don't see it.
I know it's supposed to be, but I just don't feel like it looks right.
That's making the yee sound.
Exactly.
Like if you're in your car, listen to the show, make the yee and look at your mouth. It's that exact same shape.
So much hate for Beast Wars. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, we know.
Yes, it's their own.
If it had hair, you could brush it like Chewie, you would get it. But fuck Beast Wars.
No, I'm not into that, man.
Wow, a little deep in.
Yeah, good grief. I mean, it looks just like it should.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the Prime, the two little things of the new MP, whatever 10-3/3 or something.
Yeah.
Smooth
I mean,
legs.
not for nothing, man. I think that is an MP I can see switching out, because like there are things that bother me about that. You know, and it's such a huge character. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still great. MP10 is still great, but if it was, I don't know, if it like Sideswipe, for instance, like I don't feel the need to switch out a Sideswipe. Like swipe.
What's a slide swipe?
Pie swipe.
Let me explain it to you. It's because it's close enough. It's close enough. But if this Prime nails it, like I can see myself switching out. Because there are some proportion issues with that MP10 that if this fixes, I'll be like, okay, fair enough.
Bobby, you're whistling when you talk.
Yes!
Man.
Whistling Dixie.
He's like, I do it.
Look, wait. Are you saying that 7 Saudi sailors...
I brought that up last year because I do it too.
Yeah.
They're talking like...
A lot of people do that with the S's.
Yeah,
it's like Herbert the pervert from fucking Family Guy.
Bobby, go. Okay.
7
It has
Saudi
been on my ass. I've been
sailors.
waiting for another one of my friends to start doing it so I can get on their ass. It's like a fucking shame chain letter.
But yeah, this is like Optimus Prime is probably the most important character in Transformers, and if this looks fucking significantly better, which I have a tendency to think it might, then I'll check it out.
Now, to be fair, you mean right next to Tracks, right?
Tracks is awesome.
Yeah, right next to Tracks.
Are y'all getting the gold? Are y'all getting the gold Optimus Prime? The MP2 gold?
Yeah.
All right.
Bobby shits those.
Yeah, that's the RIP mold. RIP commemorative edition.
Explain that to me. I don't understand.
Explain that to me. Serious, explain that to me.
No, he's like, he's laughing. No, seriously, I want to know.
Yeah, I don't get it actually.
Now, I'll say, well, it's supposed to be the Golden Lagoon edition.
Lagoon.
Because, you know, they always get that bitch version of Optimus before they...
Well, I forgot who was talking about it. When they go gold, don't they retire that mold? Because they did the, you know, the MP5 in gold. And
they're retiring the mold because they're coming out with a new one.
Right.
Good job, Robert. Thank you.
And then
explain
we
it to
get a
you?
purple one and a green one and a black one and a white one and a fucking, you know what I mean? Oh my god, a camo one is coming, a Pepsi one, a Coke one.
But I gotta say, this is kind of Golden Lagoon meets a creamsicle.
It does got some creamsicle in it, the thighs and the chest.
Waste all those molds that you just rambled off.
Is this the first G1 announcement for this year?
Might be.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, they did the recolor of Prowl.
No. Like new mold.
Or new. Okay, new mold.
I think we're gonna get a secret one, like a surprise one. They always surprise us with something.
I bet it's Jazz or Hound.
Yeah.
Ooh, or Blaster.
Blaster.
Maybe Blaster.
Galvatron.
I doubt
So,
Galvatron,
Bobby,
but I wish they would do season 3.
If they do Blaster, are you swapping out the KFC one?
No, I'm not swapping out. However, Blaster and Perceptor are two that I'm willing to buy a second one of because I kind of feel like I could put them on my season 3 shelf as well.
Nerd.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I know it's not going to look as good in hand, but this Megatron
Your penis?
series, no, that always looks great in my hand.
Word.
This Megatron series, like in this picture, looks actually kind of good, but I know it's not going to be that good, so I'm not messing with it.
Let me ask you guys a question.
I've seen this Optimus in stores, and I know the Optimus doesn't look that good. So.
Whether MP or third party, what top 5 characters would you like to see announced that haven't been announced in any way, shape, or form? MP scale.
Third party? MP doesn't matter.
MP, like Takara or third party. Like
Bruticus, Manosaur, Devastator.
So you can make the argument that a Bruticus is announced.
I know. Bobby,
that's what I'm saying.
Explain it to you.
No, I feel like I need to explain it further to you.
Runabout, run amok.
Devastator has been the Devastator.
Punch, counterpunch, maybe.
Sounds true.
Right, that's 3.
It hasn't been announced. I was gonna say Skylings, but he's been announced.
Well, that one I'll give you. That one I'll give you because I don't think that shit's ever.
God damn.
It's hard, you know. Like that's my
I want an MP Transformers lunchbox.
God damn, one more. It hasn't been announced.
Cliff Jumper douchebag.
It's been announced.
Do you not listen?
One.
Do you not listen?
Not a good one.
I understand that.
Well, you could replace that with a lot of them then if they're not good.
Like that's too much of a slippery slope, or too much of a.
Oh, the deluxe.
That's actually racist. We don't use the word slope on this podcast.
The deluxe Insecticons.
Okay, all right. Those are good choices. Choices. Now I'm gonna be super subconscious.
Robert, now you're gonna be all fucking like
super subconscious.
I mean, super.
What would you want?
Self-conscious.
Shut up, Pat.
Robert.
Were you asking me? No, he's asking you, Bubba.
No, I already asked Matt. I'm waiting for you.
Oh man. See, I mean, so much. I can't think of anything.
All right, never mind. Justin.
So I would want punch and counterpunch. I think that is one that is sorely in need of being made. Runabout, Run Amok, I agree. And then I gotta add 3 more to the list. The Headmaster Juniors. I really want someone to tackle those.
Which
or the Duocons.
It's also fringe, though.
Which specifically?
Jose?
Was there only 3?
So, well, yeah, there's only 3 unless you count the Japanese versions of the character, which is the ones that I would actually prefer to have. I'd like to have Go Shooter and Minerva before I would like to have Siren and Nightbeat, personally.
See, okay, so you're just talking about the Autobot ones, right?
Well, I mean,
ideally,
I'd like to have them all, but I have a preference to the vehicular characters.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Oh, what about the smaller oh god, the helicopter, the little small junior, not the Target Master ones. Like what was it?
Yeah, goddamn, what's his name? Double guns. Something that means double guns.
Yeah. And then they had the Autobot ones, Scoop and
Yeah, Scoop.
Oh, like Needle Nose and
Needle Nose and those 3, those little junior Target Masters.
Yeah.
What was the helicopter one though that had 2 guns and it was something like
Swinster or something or
Twist?
Was it Spinster?
There was
maybe
Spinster. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was an old lady.
One that was
Spinster is one of the scavengers, right? Is in the IDW.
Yeah.
What about the Duocons?
I think the Duocons would be real cool too.
Do you think we'll ever get those in MP?
I would like to see MP.
Well,
Terracons.
Did you think we would get the Monster Bots in MP scale ever?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Some company, maybe a new company, will come along and fulfill our wishes.
I mean, honestly, we're starting to run low on G1 things, so like at this point, I wouldn't be surprised for anything to show up.
But I'm almost more surprised. Like I think we're going to start seeing a lot of duplicates. A lot of swapping out pieces for those that are willing to play that game.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that until we get to a character that people just aren't willing to swap out.
I don't know when that's going to be, dude. Like I every time I think that people wouldn't swap this out, like people prove me wrong. like that.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean that one's like a dead ringer. Like if you're willing to swap out side swipe from Takara with a bad cube size, I'm not sure if I know your angle, cuz.
What pie you poking?
The day that Takara drops the last figure I need is the day I'm done. And then I'm just cutting off. I'm done.
Yeah.
But till then, I will continue to upgrade. But once I have that set, I'm done. Because I'm in fluxion. I'm in fluxion. Is that a word? Fluctuation? I think.
No, I know what you mean.
State of flux.
I'm still.
Infatuation. That's Rod Stewart.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Right.
Poking lots of pies.
Yeah, I'm fingering some pies, and I got my.
But I understand what you're saying, Greg. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still building. I'm still trying to curate this at least up until the movie collection.
Great.
And I'll still swap them out. I mean, I'm swapping out other shit and buying new shit. I'm gonna keep swapping out the shit.
But I mean, what I'm asking, what I guess Bobby asked, like, people are gonna switch out Masterpiece with Bad Cube.
No, they're not.
How fucked
Yes,
up
they
is
are.
that? Yeah, those people are doing that.
I'm contemplating. I'm gonna get the Bad Cube sideswipe and see what it's like.
Yeah, me too.
But you're not. Are you gonna switch it out? Are you gonna
I know what I'm gonna do. I just want to see it. I want to handle it, and then I want to return it on Amazon and say item.
Somebody put the wrong thing in my box.
But sir, you've had it for 2 years. Wow, somebody brought the wrong one.
Dude, I do that for a living, man. Like I get requests from a year and a half later, item not as described.
What? Sir, you've had this for 2 years.
And they're like, yeah, I needed a diploma frame for my diploma, and this frame is the wrong size. And I'm like, you ordered 11 by 14. It's like, yeah, but I need 8.5 by 11. So the item was as described. Item was defective. And I'm like, yeah, you can go fuck yourself right now.
I want a runabout, run amok.
Nice.
Autobot clones, Decepticon clones.
Oh, nice.
And I would like a MP styled Predacons or Predaking.
What a
both.
great answer.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Nice on the clones though. Nice.
I've always had a liking for them, and I'm not sure why. I've always thought they were cool though.
Because they're beast transformers.
No, the Autobots as well. I think it's that like trooper look. You know what I mean? Like that. Like these two guys look identical, and they like
just like twins.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Twins. Y'all remember the commercials of Bud? Whatever.
No, explain it to me.
Wait. So some suggest they look
there, fella.
Similar.
And I thought you were going to do something different. I thought you were going to be like, so somebody once told me.
Me too. He was going to Shrek.
Calm down, cuz.
You're going to fucking Smash Mouth. Yes.
I'm going to use cuz now forever. Man.
Do you know where I got the cuz thing from? This is a pretty funny story.
We're telling stories.
Yeah, it's a good one. So I had my cousin Jared from Louisiana came up. And
Subway? Say Jared. Subway. I was like, whoa.
No. And he was
Jared
like,
were poking pies.
He was like staying with me for the week, and we used to like always go outside and play guns. I don't know if you guys did. Like everybody just come outside with toy guns and run around, shoot each other. Yeah.
This is Baltimore. They had real guns.
So look, there was this kid that lived in my neighborhood. His name was Kenny, and his dad was like obsessed with the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Obsessed with it. So after we got finished playing like a round of guns, we were all sitting out in front of my house.
Are you using S's on purpose?
And my house sat in front of like where the community trash area was, like where you put your trash cans for trash pickup. And
not downtown Baltimore.
So look, he after the gunfight, he brought out this replica that his father had. It's like a true like 1-to-1 collector grade thing replica of the gun that assassinated John F. Kennedy, supposedly, right?
Nice.
And it's a it's a bolt action, right? So he passed it to my cousin Jared. And my cousin Jared was like very familiar with firearms, so he went to activate the bolt action and like snapped. Like it's not meant to like work, snapped off the bolt and then went to cock it back, snapped off the whole top bolt action part of it, and then like my buddy Kenny, who like wasn't even supposed to take this gun out of the house, was like, like he had this look, like he turned like white as a sheet, and my cousin Jared just looked at it and said, "Oops, broke it, cuz," and then threw it in the trash across the street.
Oh my God, what a dick!
So,
yeah, what a dick, man.
Was Keith able to get him replacement parts?
Man, you were a bully.
It wasn't me. It was my cousin.
You were laughing.
It was very funny. Oops,
you were laughing at poor Kenny.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you were a bully.
No, I wasn't a bully at all. But
how old were you at the time?
Oh, man, I don't know. 6th grade, I think. Wait, I'm sorry. 6th grade.
Were you smoking cigarettes?
No, I didn't start that till
7th.
No, I don't think I started smoking till. Oh, actually, no bullshit. I don't think I started smoking till I was a sophomore.
Sophomore in special school.
Yeah, in the resource room.
So who's all down for the MP Megatron? The Beast Wars. I know Gregor's and
me.
Robert would be my guess.
Okay. Nice.
Man, Bobby, you're missing out. You too, Justin.
On some shit I don't give a fuck about.
It's joyous.
Dude, I'll
suck a dick.
I like the Optimus Prime, and I have, or the Primal, I should say, and I have him because I don't mind collecting primes, but like I don't have enough love for that particular area of the franchise to go all out on toys there.
That's a respectable answer, Justin. I applaud that.
No, it isn't.
Kind of disrespectful. I don't want to like Bobby. I don't want to like try to
like Bobby. That's the problem.
in your family
Me neither.
together. But wasn't that your same attitude on kids until you got Laura pregnant?
Not entirely. I mean, I'm sure I had that attitude about kids at some point in my life, but I've always wanted kids, man.
What is the current question? Oh yeah, because you asked a question. What we want CMPs of?
Yeah. What's your 5? You want to
see MPs of Cosmos? I have more than 5.
No, that's the question.
You can only do 5.
The top 5 of something that hasn't been announced.
Well, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just announcing ahead of time I have more than 5.
But you can only say 5 though. Great.
Well,
right. I think we all have more than 5.
Basic fucking.
Play fair, Greg.
That buddy.
Play fair, cuz.
3 Decepticon Pretenders, cuz. Double Dealer.
Wait, an MP Pretender. What would you expect out of a Masterpiece style Pretender?
Only imagine.
What would you expect out of a Masterpiece Pretender? Would you expect complete articulation?
I would expect the shit inside the shell be what you would expect from Masterpiece, and then a fucking shell over top.
So you really couldn't do both. I don't think you could do a good shell and a good robot.
Think you could, as long as the articulation were together. You just have to have.
That'd be hard though, man.
Well, we'd have to work in concert.
I expect Masters of the Universe style shells.
That's like a Baltimore anime. The shit in the shell.
I do like the double dealer. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, I think if you were doing, and I'm not an engineer, I'm no T2RX whatever overcharging on shipping. But if I was doing it, I would think in theory, if you did the shell and you use like you had a construct inside of the shell, like just a plastic walling that would grip the articulation like points on or you grip the limbs in a robot. Like even if the limbs weren't necessarily connected to the shell, maybe if you just popped on like different segments like armor, I would think it would work.
Possibility.
But, and then I get one more.
Yes, you do, cuz.
Fuck. Right, Matt, what's my 5th choice, man?
Explain it to him, cuz.
I don't know, man.
Hey, man, pass me that skull. I got my.
Is there any G1s right now that maybe a Target Master that had been? We got one from Make Toys.
Yeah. Shoulder Miss Prime.
What about that fake combiner that Hound projected?
Or what about
remember that?
That zombie or the Frankenstein one?
Yeah, the
Autobot X. Autobot Spike.
You know what? This isn't my official answer, but I just thought MMC. I can't keep all these.
TFW.
Just say pie.
Toy World could fucking put out a scoop with 2 Target Masters based on that fucking scrapper.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
They just have to do like some minor retools. Fuck, who was a character we don't have yet?
Somebody from Season 3. Is there another one from Season 3 that we need that we haven't gotten yet?
DevCon?
Runabout, Run Amok.
Yeah,
were they actually in the show? I don't remember.
Yeah, they were in like one episode.
I had the toy.
They were in a couple.
I guess we're done collecting, guys.
Masterpiece Combiner Seacons? Does that count as one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I want Masterpiece proper to do combiners.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if they fuck the first one up. As long as they fucking.
Oh, another Astro Train.
Oh yeah. Well, no, we have an.
Yeah, we have an Astro Train.
Just because but just because it's big. I mean, that's the thing, because it is a slippery. That DX9. I mean, it's just MP scaled, but.
No, I agree. But I was just trying to.
Stuff that ain't been out yet.
Suggest something different.
Oh, were you trying to spark a conversation?
Oh, yes, TSC's reissuing the Chronicon again. Or
Good.
They're going to. I wonder if it's going to be a box set. I need to get it. I haven't got one. I need a Seacon.
I hope it's a bag set.
Actually, that could be cool if they do.
Dude, I should have my goddamn head examined for buying some of this shit.
That's a big test.
Dude, I told
He's got a big noggin.
I told you that shit back when you were fucking hard on for KFC tapes.
When'd you have a hard on for KFC?
Some of those go for big money now.
Really?
No. Yes.
Like 6 years ago.
Which one? The combining ones?
Dude, yes.
Gross.
Yeah, they're hard to track down.
But what you call it? Tyler was saying when he sold off his collection, the KFC tapes were the first to go.
Yeah, it's because people are desperate for. So the only option they have is to rebuy the original tapes.
I actually have eBay searches saved for the KFC tapes because I was like, yeah, it's about time. Maybe I'll get the other pieces to like Blaster and stuff, and they do not turn up on eBay almost at all. It's pretty surprising.
It's sparse.
Sparsely.
Hey, remember how I helped Jana get that third-party wham horn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be apologizing for that in about 40 years. I feel like that might be causing some problems.
Well, now it's time for. Statues.
What's
I'm gonna throw sushi up all over myself.
You're gonna throw.
Robert, what are you eating tonight? What are your?
I told you. You weren't listening to me.
You're eating sushi, but what are your selections?
No, I'm not you. I don't eat succulent sashimi. It was a fried oyster roll with avocado topped in spicy tuna, the roe, and sesame.
Did you get a little? At least a little crab stick on top?
No, I don't like that fake stuff. It's good though. It's fried oyster with avocado roll, topped in spicy tuna.
Did you see that screenshot I shared? I didn't share it in the.
Yes, your food. It was really good looking.
No, not that. Did you get the screenshot?
No.
You looked at where it was like. Let me see if I can read it. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Bear with me here.
Hey, this Optimus statue looks pretty good.
It's not going to be worth it.
Your statue looks pretty good. Mm-hmm.
It's 10 inches.
Actually, I don't like it.
Of course you don't.
I actually want to buy this.
It's too tuned. It's too tuned to have a statue of.
Two tunes?
Two tunes, dude.
What's up, two tunes?
Not for nothing. When fucking Two Tubes showed up in Solo, I was like, fucking Two Tubes.
Okay.
In
Robert.
Solo?
Here's a roll that they offer at a place by my house. Are you ready?
Sure.
It's the Philadelphia. It's cucumber.
I like the Optimus Prime. I think it looks all right.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Say it again.
It's a Rocky Philadelphia. It's got cucumber, crab stick.
Oh, God.
Audio inside.
Fucking back.
And top with scared salmon.
Scared, not scared.
No, it says scared.
It's scared.
Frightened salmon.
It's $9.95.
Oh, fuck, won't you?
I don't like cream cheese in my sushi, and I don't like the fake crab stick.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's whatever.
Yeah, I just can't feature that,
Slim Shady.
People love it. Like some fucking sushi restaurants is fucking cream cheese and everything. It's a thing. It's a thing. People love it.
It's a thing. What's the deal with crab stick?
I feel like this Prime looks like a custom. Like I feel like Get Right Robot made this Prime.
Custom.
Actually, LAK Customs.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this Prime so we can actually talk about it, and I can put
Justin.
a nice chapter mark here.
Hold on. I want
Shut up, Robert.
I want to buy sushi.
What are your thoughts on this, Justin? You're the statue expert.
So that's what we're moving on to. The statue.
Hey, hold on real quick. Robert, when you get sushi, Do you get miso soup? Or do you get salad?
I like miso soup, but I also like the salad.
Whistle on command. It has to be random. Kid gets my ass for that shit all the fucking.
I like the salad with the ginger dressing.
Or that miso dressing. Sometimes they do that. I like the
so horny.
The bronze ginger like.
I like sushi.
All right, I gotta get here. I gotta hit the Japanese place for they close at 10.
All right.
I think we should. Wait. I think we should, since we're going to Statuesque.
It's impossible to hold
Shut up, Egon. I think we should circle back while we're going into Statuesque news. I think we should pat Justin on the back for having his finger on the pulse regarding that jazz, because he was right. We talked about it last week.
It was. We gave him credit for it, but he wasn't here.
I missed it.
You were right about the jazz.
You should listen to the show, Jonathan.
I don't have time right now. I want to. It's on my to-do list.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. So, no, what happened? I'm sorry.
No, just like you were always against that jazz from day one, and seeing the finished product, you were right. It doesn't hold up in comparison to a lot of the other stuff that they produce.
Yeah, I feel like this is a trend, and we'll get there soon. So, we should move on to the actual Optimus Prime statue that we've been trying to talk about. Let me timestamp here. So Pop Culture Shock is making a very Transformers, G1 animated toy, or G1 animated cartoon-looking Optimus Prime, I should say, which looks fine. Bobby doesn't like it apparently because he says it's too cartoon, but I think it's. Where statues are concerned, it's like, I don't know. It's a perfect thing for a statue, if you ask me.
See, I feel the exact opposite. Like, the statue stuff, I want it to kind of be overdone. Like, I want my money's worth. I want line work and stylization, and I want the shit to seem like it could walk right out of it. Like this, I'm like...
But in a way, aren't you getting that? I mean, like, with all the cell shading and stuff, like, it looks like a 3D model just fell out of the television.
Yes, but I don't feel like that translates necessarily well even to an MP, let alone a fucking standalone statue.
Gotcha.
So many S's.
Is anybody interested in this? Anybody getting it?
I like it. I'm not getting it. I like it.
It's 10 inches tall, so it's like MP 10 sized, roughly.
What's the price? Do we know?
$1,500 probably.
No, hell no. I'm gonna say 100 to 150.
Well, I think it's worth it at that price.
No, I think it's worth it at that price too. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Oh yeah, small scale. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry.
Justin, I support your choice to purchase this.
I'm not getting it. I'm not a statue person.
Why would you need to support his purchase? Are you so naive?
Anyway, so let's move on to the next order of business, which goes back to Imaginarium, and this is Ratchet. And I go right back to like I did with Jazz. I don't think this looks very good.
That's weird looking.
So this I need to see colored images of, but I find this more visually interesting than that Prime. Like, yeah, but just see, off the bat.
Things like the face having like that extra, I don't know what you call it on there.
The
like,
cheek
that
lines.
bothers the hell out of me.
The cheek lines?
Yeah.
Or the I hear you. That's the first thing that stood out to me as well.
About the fucking lips.
Well, yeah. Well, that's my second thing. I'm not crazy about the facial expression, but the character design of him, like just seeing this little picture, I dig the design.
Why does he have to have kibble? Like has kibble for the sake of kibble.
That's fair. But I think it's supposed to be kind of like just suggestive. Do you know what I mean?
Ratchet looks like he puts people in hospital, not take them to one. It's pretty cool.
Ooh,
the details make it look a little busy.
This looks a lot like the TFC.
I know that guy. I went to BotCon with him a couple of times. That's a good dude.
Yeah, Robert looks like he follows people to the hospital and says.
Also true. But yeah, I got to see the full thing of this. I'm going to try to be a little bit more critical because I think it's easy to see this stuff in all gray and in the amount of sculpted detail in it and be like, wow, amazing. But the jazz has been kind of a lesson to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bobby, to be honest, like the one thing that
everyone's whistling now.
I think the one complaint that most people have about you is you're not critical enough.
Right.
And you're not honest. You're not honest enough either.
Well, I think in all fairness, when this is white, a lot of that detail will disappear.
I don't think it will.
I don't know, buddy. But
I don't know about that, cuz.
Not if my box art has something to say about it.
easy, cuz.
Like, I think it's cool. It's not for me, so ultimately I don't care. But
right, same.
Right. True that, homie.
The thing to me that stands out about these statues is I feel like nobody quite knows where they're going. Like, so I'm trying to look back at some of the other Imaginarium statues. So like didn't they do the Rodimus one?
Yes.
And they did the Optimus Prime one.
Yes.
The Optimus Prime does not look all stylized like that, like ridiculously stylized. Like, I guess he does have some on there. Rodimus doesn't at all. Starscream has like some extra details, but for the most part, like nothing that would stick out as like something that shouldn't be on Starscream. And then like you look at Ratchet and you're like, what happened? And then you look at their wheeljack they're doing, and their wheeljack is way closer to the G1 character than a G1 cartoon character than some of these other releases. And it's just like, so are these statues just one-of pieces in a collection, or are they intended to go together, or like what direction are you going here?
I don't know. I think Lotus Stark would have to answer that for us.
Yeah. I think your lack of whistling, Justin, is very distracting.
Sorry.
I know where these are going. These are going to the bargain bin.
I don't know if any of these have ever gone to the bargain bin.
Yeah,
is there like
this one will. This one will.
Is there like an alternate reality where there's like a fucking statue collector podcast and statue?
I don't know. Like, there's definitely a group of statue collectors.
Damn it.
For sure. And they're hardcore. And like I told you, like, I'm in this statue collector group, and like, I just shut the fuck up because the pictures that they show of like their collections, I'm like, these guys are easily bringing in $200,000 to $500,000 a year. No question.
I don't want to hang out with you guys.
Like, you talk about basements that are the type of basements that you would imagine people would have a bowling alley in. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
You mean like yours?
Who said bowling alley? Did you say that, Bobby?
Yeah.
That's a very trashy kind of comparison.
No, but no, it's not. No,
you would have a bowling alley.
I would have a bowling alley.
No, like those guys that have like personal bowling alleys in their fucking basement, like, like
they have too much money.
Yeah, like that's a whole different ball game. Like,
I know I'm getting you for your birthday.
Bowling alley,
dude. I don't have any room for a bowling alley, Mac.
That's your problem, man.
move that tub, cuz.
Get rid of that tub.
Dude, I fucking put some paint in that tub today, buddy.
Oh, God.
I thought of you while I did it, too. I was like, yeah. Getting ready for next year.
He smeared that shit in deep.
And it was brown and black. The only two colors I used today.
And it was enamel.
Enamel.
I dyed my hair for the first time.
Do you do that? Today. Do you do that in work as well? Like when you're in the courtroom, do you just use words that you
dyed your hair?
Yeah, for the first time in my life.
You dyed your hair?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Why?
Jesus.
My wife handed me a thing of Just for Men, and I'm like, oh God, really?
Oh, pubes. Just for your pubes.
So I'm in there, and I'm like, fuck it, fine. What the fuck? Why not? Bobby shaves his head. I can dye my hair.
Oh, I got a picture of you then. When did you do it?
Yeah, yesterday morning.
It's your front.
Let's do it before and after.
I
got a picture. Hold on, I'll send you.
I almost killed myself. Because I bit the top of the dye open and it all shot in my mouth.
That's not the first time that's happened.
I almost poisoned myself to death. And then like all the brown paint, I spat it out into the toilet. It looked like I shit all over the toilet.
Maybe his name should be Bruce Vane. Am I right?
I feel like who makes Just for Men? Is it Menon?
I don't know.
It's the Mennonites.
You should know, Robert, because I feel like there's a lawsuit for that container. If you can bite it open and get it in your mouth, that's a lawsuit.
It was just like, I was like, I'm gonna die.
When you get your $1 billion, please give me $1 million, like, you know, associate fee there, just to be like a good suggestion.
There's a lot of so to speaks that should have been thrown into this conversation.
At least 13.
And then later Scarlett was like, someone took a disgusting poop and it was sprayed all over the toilet and floor. And I was like, that was me. I accidentally swallowed.
Oh, honey, that was my hair.
Doo-doo feces.
No, but it was fucking. My fingers got dyed brown. I was afraid that my ears, because I never did it before. So I had it all over my ears and all around my hairline and neck. And like, my fingers were brown and my ears were brown for like a day.
Did you go to court like that? Hey, let's got questions. Let's rate questions. Hey, how about that?
Wait, Bobby, what were you saying before I cut you off?
I don't know, man.
Was Duda brown?
Doesn't matter.
All right, moving on to questions. Who wants to read? Because I don't like reading questions.
Bobby loves reading questions.
First off, thank you guys so much. The past 2 weeks have been rough, but I am so happy to be alive, home, and healing. Bobby, it means the world that you reached out to Misty and I in the hospital and wanting updates on my progress. It means the world that the Cool Table Network has done for us. Robert, thanks for reaching out and checking in on Misty as well. She has been incredible through all this. Matt, thanks to you for reaching out and chatting with me. Greg, thank you for also reaching out and out to me, offering to talk and lending an ear. I would ask for a leg, but I hear they are going to make me one. So the ear will work just fine. As I said to Bobby on the phone, it is my goal to see you all in person at TFCon and thank you face to face and a handshake and a hug. Damn it. That being said, with my recent life-altering experience, naturally, I have had to readjust to the way I do things daily. I am fortunate enough that it is pretty easy to navigate around the house, but I never realized how much I appreciate the simple walk to the coffee pot or a quick trip to the restroom.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby, let me buy you a cup of coffee.
Shut up. It is so easy to take for granted such little things, but at least I am fortunate enough that I have enough of my leg that I will walk again. Not everyone can be as lucky. Way to put your best foot forward. My question this week, seeing how this My question this week, seeing how this has made me rethink all the things I have never done and wanted to do, such as go to TFCon, take more family vacations, that sort of thing. What are some of the things that each of you have always wanted to do but never made the time to do so? That is all I had this week. Thank you so much once again for the laughs and smiles each and every show, and more so simply for caring. We love you guys. Thank you, Josh.
I mean, John.
Shut up. You know, I sent him a text, and he didn't write back, so I hope he got it, or maybe I had the wrong number.
You got the wrong. He gave you the wrong.
There's
number.
Some dude named John out there, like, who's texting me?
Yeah, but yeah, you know, just talking shit, and then Josh and John just kind of come off the tongue. Don't take it to.
That's mean, Bubba.
What is?
I don't know. You're just a mean person.
So, Bubba, you answer. Go ahead.
Yeah, you answer.
I answered on NR. So you guys
answer it here. You're not on NRR.
Oh, he sent me the same. He said the same question to NRR and was like, "Bobby just abstained from one of the conversations to keep the show moving."
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
You gotta fucking watch and find out from Bobby on SCU. Can you believe that? All right.
NRR.
Look, I want to travel. I want to go to Europe and I want to go to LA and see some shit I haven't seen. That's basically it.
Yep, that was what I would say. For me, I really, I'd like to see a lot more things, go a lot more places. It'd be fun to live somewhere else. I think would be a lot of fun. A lot of different things that I think would be worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should move away.
Yeah, I'm gone.
God damn, dude. That fucking sorry. I would like to be a male stripper.
No one asked you.
You know what, Matt? I'd probably give it a watch once.
Word. Thank you.
I saw Matt's ass crack.
You know what I would want, Matt? You know what? Wait. Let's answer this. What outfit would you want to see Matt come out to the dance floor in?
Someone say assless chaps. Please.
Robert.
Full rubber suit covering his face with just a zipper for the mouth.
Greg.
Pink camo.
I would do that. I'd rock that, man.
Justin.
I do not want to see that. I want to see him coming out with a box of those glasses that just black out the world, so people that don't want to see anything don't have to.
That hurts.
I want him to come out in a baby outfit, like with a bonnet and like a giant novelty like bottle.
I thought you wanted me to dress up as a girl with a dick.
And no offense to you, Matt. I want everybody on this show to come out wearing the same thing, which is that box of glasses that I don't want to see any of them.
Understand. I don't know. Yeah, travel. You know, we actually started, you know, planning some vacations. I think we're going to San Diego next year. So, you know.
Comic-Con?
No. I would like to, but
you go planning around Comic-Con.
Nice. Thank you. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Yeah. But I don't know anything else I'd like to do.
Fine.
What about Greg? Greg, what would you like to do?
I have cereal in my mouth, sorry. I said,
Is it mixed cereal?
Yeah, I got chided on that last week, so I'm just doing straight mini wheats.
The red and green bird?
I'm not like to skydive.
No, Matt, you would hit hard.
No, I'd bounce. I'm pretty.
You would destroy the planet.
Yeah, well, it'd be like a big old asteroid. That's all right. You have to wear a fucking hair plugs or something, whatever.
Dude, I always wear hair plugs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Rock them. Rock it, cuz.
Get a fucking faux hawk going.
Yeah, you do, cuz.
Greg?
Robert? Or Greg, yeah, whatever. Hey, put the cereal down and join the show.
I thought you guys were talking. Okay?
Cornflakes are trash.
Garbage.
That bird.
Frosted Mini Wheats and Raisin Bran. That's pretty much where it lives.
Mm.
Oh God.
It's a party.
Yes.
This is it. Like places you want to travel to.
No, it's not. It's just you know. Is there anything you want to do before you die? That you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, well, I want to go to Celebration. Yeah, it's pedestrian, but going this year, or like technically next year.
But you can't get a TFCon.
Yeah, because I care more about going to Celebration than TFCon, Matt.
That hurts.
I think. Well, it's not like you invented the franchise. We haven't been to TFCons together. I don't know. I don't really have a bucket list. Like, that's something I've really thought about. Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't. Like, it's just something I don't think about.
Okay, Robert.
I'm not a goth, so.
I want to own my own house. That's something I'd like. I like a house with land.
I want to own Robert's house. That's pretty.
I don't have a house. You can have it now. I'd like that. I also want, you know, I mean, it's just like annoying, but I've been working so hard on it for so long. I want one of my cases to hit for 7 figures. That'll be great. You know, I will go buy a bell to ring it when that happens.
Yeah.
And, you know, traveling, obviously, I really would love to go, you know, and just go back to my roots and just go to the, you know, I would love ideally if I had all the time in the world to travel to all the different places in the world where my children come from at this point and show it to them. Not Queens, but there are so many interesting places where our kids, you know, are from, you know, but just on my side alone, I'd love to see Ireland and Austria and Slovenia and Italy, you know, and
Saskatchewan.
Well, you know, and all the places my wife is from, the Bronx, Saskatchewan. I would love to do that though. Just to go trace my roots, and I mean, ideally is like visit family like from each of those places in the world. That would be really, really wonderful. Like I was researching my own family because I know I had a great grandfather who was a personal guard to not the second to last king of Italy, and he was 7'7", and he was like a giant of a man. And you know, my aunt had a photo of him leaning on a horse, like down into the frame. And I was just doing some research recently, and and it actually continues to this day. I think they have a president now, but the guard is, it's like a police force. It's like a special unit, and they're handpicked for their height. They have to be giant men, and they are cavalry units. So it's really cool to see those connections. But I want to actually trace that shit without giving my DNA to a corporation.
Are stretched out necklines must?
Fucking stretched out. You should see that shit. That's why they all die. Because it's like you just stab them in the neck.
I was in a cavalry unit over in Germany.
You on a cavalry unit?
Yeah.
No.
No, I rode horses.
You did?
Lots of horses.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
No.
Please say yes.
I have not.
A pony?
A pony, yes.
A donkey?
I didn't ride you.
Call me a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in my place.
Sideways.
All right, let's try to get at least one more question in before we call it a night.
Hold on.
Dear SCU crew, I'm a big fan of Ocular Max real-world scaled tapes for Soundwave. The Rumble and Frenzy in particular are among my favorite releases of the last year. Now that MMC has compiled the core 4 of Ravage, Laserbeak, Rumble, and Frenzy, what direction do you think they should go next? Should they move on to Blaster's Minions, or would you prefer they take some of the later Decepticon cassettes? Do you need or want a Rat Bat in this scale? Are there other real-world scaled alt modes you want to see them tackle outside of the Transforming cassette series? For example, would any of you have any interest in a real-world scaled microscope for Perceptor? I am curious to hear what direction the SCU guys think the Ocular Max series needs to go next.
Trash.
I think they should definitely go the main 4 for the Autobots, and then if they can continue the line, circle back, do the 2 dinosaurs for the Decepticons. If they can continue on, then do the combiners for both. But I don't know. I don't get the impression they're going that route.
I think Rat Bat would be a good sell.
I think Rat Bat they should stay the fuck away from.
I think that'd be a good sell.
But I'm curious. I'm curious what their sales are. Like how Ravage and Rumble and Frenzy did versus Laserbeak and Buzzsaw.
Ravage just got a new release, so he did pretty good.
So Ravage obviously did well. But how did Laserbeak and Buzzsaw do?
They probably did the weakest out of all of them.
Which is why I think they should fall back off the Rat Bat.
I think they recorded good sales.
But yeah, that's the exact order I think they should do them in. The main 4 Autobots next, and then the 2 dinosaurs, and then both combiners.
Yeah, I would go that way. But I would think they would do a Rat Bat. I think a Rat Bat would be a good.
Why? Why do you think that would be good?
I think because of the car wash.
Car wash? What the fuck?
From the comics, it was fucking trash.
Come on, but it's so trashy. It's good though.
It's iconic. It's iconic.
They could easily translate their Ravage and their 2 fucking little bots into the Autobots.
You know what I think they'll do? They'll recolor. They'll do Ravage in like a white, like he was for what was he called?
Yeah,
I forgot what it was called. I can see them doing recolors of those and Rumble.
Guano.
And I don't have any interest in any other real world scale.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't even care about the tapes, to be honest with you.
They could do Rumble and Frenzy and switch them to Rumble and Frenzy. No, okay. Just on.
But I think they should definitely do Steeljaw, Ramhorn, Rewind, and Eject. Like I think that's a no-brainer. But yeah. I don't get the impression they're going that way. I mean. MMC makes a very
talk about explain MMC to me.
I just think for all third party, I think they make some of the most peculiar decisions.
Like
how
so?
Like, I think doing this scale tapes thing and seeing what people were doing with them for their collection. I think it was weird to do Laserbeak and Buzzsaw. In the order that they did them. Like, I think that they're like for a company that seems to be so business minded, right? Like you do Rumble, you can obviously do Frenzy, no problem. So you do those 2 first. That's one mold 2 uses, money. And then you do rewind and eject. 1 mold, 2 uses, money. And then that should yield the ability to do Ravage, and then also then to do Steeljaw and Ramhorn. And then you pick up the pieces and see what you can do from there. But, you know, for a company that's been focusing so hard on IDW, to announce a Deathsaurus is just, I mean, I get why they did it. They did it for competition's sake, but it's just like, you're working on a fucking Deathsaurus. Like, there's so many
other characters.
Yeah. And then like the amount of characters that, you know, we've talked about kind of at nauseum that they've kind of sacrificed in order for repaint potential of characters that nobody really gives a fuck about. You know, it's strange as well. Like, they seem to be, like, in one way, the most business-minded third-party company out there, and then in another way, they seem to be the most kind of business-backward company out there.
Listless.
What?
Listless.
I don't know what you mean. Can you explain that for real?
Just flailing around, kind of. Without direction.
So they have no clue what they're
doing. When a boat can't steer and it's at sea.
Gotcha.
You know, kind of like they don't know where they're going.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm good now.
They need direction.
I agree. I agree.
Stop
it. You know, like look at like it's not hard to tell, right? Like, if you look at MMC and you look at their reissues, they don't reissue everything. You know what I mean? Like, there's a strong need out there for that fucking Turmoil figure. They're not re-releasing it. There's a strong need for a few of their releases out there. They're not re-releasing it. But Kaon got a re-release. Voss got a re-release. Tarn got a re-release. Tarn, and one of them, I think Voss might have got 2 re-releases.
That's the gun, right?
Yeah.
That's
the purple. Yeah, the purple.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're back in the corner.
But so you had
for that Voss re-release.
Well, either way, right? Like, you've had each time they were re-released, they were sold out. So you've had 3 Voss re-releases, or 2 re-releases, 3 releases total, 2 Kaon releases, 2 Tarn releases,
and recolors too.
And now you're doing, and then you're doing Deathsaurus. When like my point is, like, there's obvious like a market for the DJD. Like, it's been proven. You're not re-releasing everything because you know the market won't support it. So where the fuck are these things? You know, like, I don't know, the shit like that. I don't get.
Well, they have prototypes for, I don't know their fucking Christian names, but Smelter Guy and that other one, they have prototypes for them. Like, they've shown them. I think they're just. I mean, this is just the Saurus is just a render. Like, we might not see that for another 2 or 3 years, but who cares? Because I mean, it's fresh.
I think Tesaurus is the one that they're closer to completing. I think Helix is going to be the last one. Like, I think that Nickel and the Pet are coming next for the DJD, and then Tesaurus, and then Helix. I don't think they have a prototype for Helix.
Helix is the
blue one. Helix is the blue one.
I'm so far removed from caring about reformatted. Sorry, Lenny, but I can't.
Maybe we should have Lenny on to explain MMC.
No, I mean, a lot of those reformatted pieces are successful. Like, they re-released a lot of them.
Lenny buys them all.
But it seems like they've had the most kind of like consistent success with the DJD stuff. You know, and it's like, in between Tarn, how many reformatted releases have we seen before Tarn and then the next DJD member?
12 Calidus.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting there.
But they don't put out a bad product either, though.
I agree.
I mean, it's just.
I agree.
I mean,
they put out a good to average product.
Right. I mean, I got Drift coming tomorrow, so I'm excited for it.
In the reformatted line, in the Ocular Max line, they put out a great to not good product.
I like the reformatted stuff.
Teresi's needed more paint.
I mean,
what's a good character for Ocular Max? I think
Cringer.
Sphinx needed more.
Ocular Max, the Rumble and Frenzy were great. The Ravage is damn good. The Mirage, I know you had some bad luck with them, but most people have really liked their Mirage, myself included. But I think their weakest release is probably the Trailbreaker.
Yeah.
What about Backdraft?
I think the Backdraft is fine.
What about their Insecticons?
Trash.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that you were just naming trashy ones. I was like, their Insecticons were trash.
Yeah, but that came out technically under reformatted though, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, there you go. I think their worst was just Cosmos. What else was bad? That was an Ocular Max. I mean,
technically remix. So we're being technical here.
X-Transbot's been stepping up their fucking game. I don't know.
No, they're not.
Better watch out for X-Transbots. I'm just telling you, man. Their last couple.
We should have talked about
that Cosmos. That fucking Cosmos and the new. I think their fucking Minosaur is gonna be fucking.
Yeah, their Cosmos was a home run, and everybody's liking this breakdown. Mine should be here tomorrow.
I think the Minosaur is gonna be pretty good. If it's like this.
How good on a scale of 1 to 10 pretties? Where would you put their Minosaur?
Right now, 7.5 pretties.
You have to say it.
7.5 pretties.
Man, you suck.
You suck.
So you think that Minosaur's going to be pretty?
Oh, was I supposed to do pretty? I'm
you
sorry.
have to say it. 7.5 pretties.
I did it. I said it. 7.5 pretty. Good.
That's 3.
Sorry. Whatever. Fuck y'all.
It's the Arkansas education system.
That's an Arkansas 7.5.
That's fine. Fuck you. I got a B in physics.
He's doing Common Core math.
I got a B in physics.
You gotta say it.
So I want to tell y'all that. Are we done?
Do you have anything that you want to add to this, Justin? I know you chimed in briefly that you weren't really crazy about any of the tapes, but and don't really need them in that scale, anything. But do you have anything else that you'd like to add to this at all?
No.
Do you even like MMC, Justin?
Do I like them?
Yeah.
I like when they put out good products, yeah. Like, I like their Sphinx, I like their Backdraft. I do like their Trailbreaker and Hoist. I actually kind of like it more. So, I like the robot mode aesthetic more than I like the X-Transbots one, but I like the truck mode aesthetic of the X-Transbots one better. It's confusing. So, yeah, I don't think that they're bad, but I could definitely see, I mean, if the Fans Toys one looks, turns out as good as it seems to look, then I probably swap them out. Like, I'm not in love with them, but I don't necessarily think they're bad. But I do think it is one of their weakest releases because the Hoist and Trailbreaker and the Rally Terrageus is most definitely, like, the ones that have the most tolerance issues for me. And I feel like that is something that MMC is doing increasingly more, is making things with bad tolerances. And I think case in point, Robert's Cosmos, like that, the way they designed that the way the waist, or I guess the chest that connects to the waist, like that screw's not long enough to support any torque on that piece. Like that's bad. And I think that's indicative of what's going on with MMC anymore.
Why didn't you get the tapes? Just because of the size, or just you weren't interested in it? I
like the idea of real cassette tape size tapes. I think that's interesting, and I think, like, I looked at Laserbeak, and he was fine, and I've seen the Ravage, and he's fine too. There's nothing wrong with him. I don't love the proportions on Frenzy and Rumble, personally, because the way they had to integrate the, like, hunched over look of the cartoon, I don't like how that looks personally. And then for me, like, I don't mind that they are as small as they are, the tapes that come out of Soundwave. Like, I know that, like, depending on the episode of G1, obviously the size of the character changed, but I always thought Frenzy and Rumble were supposed to be like human-sized almost, like a little bigger than a human, and in that scale in mind, like, when you consider the MP-sized human characters, they work for me. So that's the whole reason that I've never felt compelled to buy into that line.
Okay.
Well, let's do this one and then wrap it up.
Hold on. Let me.
Let me just say your response was very thoughtful and has no place on this show.
Happy Memorial Day, Shadowcast. It has been brought to my attention recently that I may have commitment issues. But that being said, I most certainly have an aversion for the mundane. When I'm mowing a lawn, I might draw a tic-tac-toe grid to bring the excitement back. When I'm out making the weekly grocery run, I might grab the ice cream first just to shake things up. How about you, SCU? Is there anything you consider routine that has become monotonous? If so, what you gonna do to bring back that cream filling feeling? Your fan EO. I like this guy, EO.
Yeah, I don't know half those words mean anyway, so
cream.
I don't know if there's anything that like is routine that has become monotonous that I did once enjoy and now I don't. But like, I fucking hate going to the post office. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate going to the post office, and I know this is douchey, but I fucking hate going to the vape store. I hate going. Those two are things that I fucking hate the most.
I'm going to interrupt you for no reason, but this will be the perfect time to have a sponsorship from Stamps.com.
Right.
I actually, so, Greg, I need to talk to you about Stamps.com behind the scenes, because my USPS account, I hate going to the post office too, and I hate standing in line. Like, I hate the whole process of like, let me stand there and I'll weigh it on the scale. Like, I can weigh it at home and put the damn stamp on it and then just give it to you, like. But now my USPS account, like any kind of payment is like declined for whatever reason, and I sent them a message like, oh, well, maybe your billing address is wrong. I'm like, my billing address has been right for the past like 7 years I've been using this service, and now it doesn't work,
I thought we were going to do a faux Stamps.com commercial, and I was about to get our show kicked off of the internet for being racist. Because
they only have one person working usually, and there's like 15 people online, and they only have one. I was like, where are all the fucking front counter people?
And like 90% of the people who go to the post office have like never shipped anything before. Like, we mean I need to
they're asking questions like, how's it gonna get there?
I thought you would have the box and the tape to close this. Like, we do. You can buy it, and they're like, oh, so you don't just have it available? And they're like, okay, well, here's a box, and they're like, that's priority. It's gonna cost you $27 for this, that, and the other thing. And they're like, oh, I just want first class. Like, God damn it, get out of my way and let me get stuff done.
I always get the people who love having fucking conversations with the people behind the counter. Like, it's finally their turn. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and get out of the way.
How are your kids doing?
Do you not have keys at yours?
What?
No, mine doesn't have. So my old post office did. Neither of the two there near me now have the kiosk, which was how I always shipped everything before.
Dude, I will hook you up. I will actually hook you up.
I will send you a kiosk.
That'd be great.
I'll send it's marked on my desktop at work, but I actually have a backdoor link to PayPal shipping.
To a kiosk.
You can still print your own shipping on PayPal and don't have to be an eBay or anything.
Okay, you'll have to send that to me, because
it's the same.
I don't understand why USPS.com stopped working. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
I don't work for them.
Stamps.com. I use Stamps.com. I have a FedEx account, a Stamps.com account, and it handles everything.
I want to work at the post office.
I use Stamps.com daily to ship our. We're trying out here. We ship our T-shirts, our mugs, our what do we have left? Pint glasses,
blankets.
Do a new shirt order.
We have like 2 magnets. We have some blankets left, and it's easy. I just go to Stamps.com, wait, put it inside the package, gives me my postage, bam. Guy comes to my house, he picks it up, and Stamps.com. That's the preferred shipping service. So
Stamps.
I walk into the post office, my shit prepaid, and I'm just like, hey, I see a worker. I'm like, this is paid for. Do I have to wait online? And they just take it, and I leave.
Yeah, and what my favorite part is I access Stamps.com from my Casper mattress. And
whisper.
So my post office used to have a section of counter that nobody manned. It was just like an empty space, and you could just go and throw your package on the counter, and then walk away. You know. Now you can only throw your actual package on the counter. You know. I don't know. Something
That's
about
a
doing it
terrorism
on the security cameras. They got mad at me. No. Like seriously though. They had a spot where you could just drop off whatever you had, and then they put a sign there like, now you gotta wait in line. Like, why the fuck does the person who has a printed address label now need to wait in line? You know,
because
like,
they have to
so
ask
stupid.
you if there's food or batteries in the box.
Just shake that shit. You'll find out. So.
Do you have Bin Laden in this package, sir?
The last time I went to the post office was just yesterday, and it was a fucking disaster. I showed up. They were like, I was standing in line for like 10 minutes. A guy had to go to his car to get shit to come back. And while he was going to his car, the lady was like, "Are you dropping off?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "You pay him with cash?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Okay, we're only accepting cash today. Our machine's down." And I was like, "Sweet." Because I was standing here for 10 fucking minutes, and you didn't want to put up a sign or something?
And they're like, "We saw you coming. We took the sign down."
So I went home. I went home and got cash. I came back, stood in line again, finally got my turn, went up to the counter, and they were like, "Oh, this screen is going to put me to sleep." I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Oh, our system is extremely slow today, so each package is taking about 20 minutes to register."
God damn.
And I was like, "You didn't want to fucking tell me this when I was, you know what I mean? Like, I could have gone home and got cash and gone to another post office."
What I want to know is, why the fuck do you have all this cash in your house?
Seriously?
What do you mean all this cash? I was mailing
ATM machines.
I was
down
mailing
the block from the post office.
No. The post office is literally closer to my house than the closest ATM.
I
What
know
a
where
surprise.
it is too. I've seen it with my own two eyes.
Yeah, I can walk to the post office from my house.
You live in the woods. I get it.
To a liquor store.
I also own my house.
I took a drive.
Bobby,
I
let me
took a
stop you there
drive.
real quick. Do you actually own your house, or does the bank currently own your house?
The bank owns my house for
There you
sure.
go.
100%.
I took a drive.
Burn. Fuck yeah, that was a good one.
Talking to?
Because
I took a drive through your neighborhood last time, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a whole area of houses." I was very surprised. It was very
Called
nice.
a neighborhood.
I was surprised.
Called a suburb.
It was very like E.T. Like I could picture somebody riding around with E.T. on the front of their car, their bicycle.
And then look, this guy came in with these boxes. He had like 20 of them.
Oh god, did you tell him?
The boxes were like, they looked like they could have had records in them. Okay, like a LP vinyl.
They were skinny.
They were skinny. They were like a perfect square, and he had like 20 to 30 of them. And the lady was like, "Look, I'm happy to do this, but just as a heads up, each package is taking about 20 minutes to register. So I can work on this until we close." And the guy was like,
"Okay, sounds good,
dude." And like the guy, like it just like the people's level of entitlement. Like the guy was like, "Well, what if I just leave some cash here, or how about I just leave a blank check and you fill it out?"
Damn.
And I'm just like, dude, are you fucking for real?
Yeah, I would not trust.
Like I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I'd be like, "Yes, please leave that blank check. I'll fill it all out."
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, are you serious? Would you leave a blank check with? Come on.
If each of those boxes had been a perfect circle, I bet it would have gone a little quicker.
Maybe.
Because my man Maynard has some.
Dude,
my man.
That JM Talk on that last Perfect Circle record that dropped like a month ago was fucking awesome.
Wait, hold on, real quick. In response to what Justin said about throwing his package on the counter, I used to do that, but now with Stamps.com, I just send out a postcard. Quick picture on the front, description on the back, and victims.
And I hate going to the vape store because there's always 16-year-old kids that fucking super douchey whenever I have any question. Like I'm a goddamn idiot, and it's just a
have you tried?
Are they doing competition stuff?
Have you tried vape.com?
I have not. Are they sponsoring?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are they doing like vape offs and stuff in there?
You got a question? You got an answer for this, Matt?
What's a vape off?
I've actually got a quick question for you, Bobby, while we're talking about vape supplies. How much does a bottle of toasted marshmallow vape juice cost?
I don't really know. So because you can buy them in different sizes, and like they never have like one consistent size in stock. So I'm always buying different sizes. And I have, if the question is correlating to like cigarette costs, I have sat down and crunched the numbers, and I'm saving about $80 a month.
Because I'm mostly wondering, because I think it'd be pretty awesome if I can get the Proton Pack to vent toasted marshmallow. That's what I'm saying.
That would be awesome. So
I think fatties would just bite you.
I don't know how it would. I don't know how it would burn. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Well, there is e-cig modules that you can buy for the Proton Pack to make a venting effect. So that's mostly what I'm looking at.
You're gonna get addicted to being a Ghostbusters. Do you realize that?
Bobby's just gonna be following behind me, just like every time it releases.
Let me suck your dick.
The average bottle that people usually buy, which is like I don't know how it's like I don't know, it's probably like 3 inches tall, is like around $20 to $25.
Okay.
$30 if you live in a civilized city.
Yeah, the same civilized city charges like $18 for a pack of cigarettes.
Trash. Your Subway's trash. That actually was one of my favorite parts, the red Subway.
I don't get you. I told you, get off at Cortlandt Street, but you got off at Court Street anyway.
We got lost Friday, dude. I told you, you were supposed to call me back.
I fucking screenshotted you a map.
I
understand. And I circled the stop.
Listen, we got lost.
And I told you the name of the stop that also appeared on the map, and you still got off at a different stop.
Listen, I got an argument with my brother. I told you, you're supposed to call me back, and I was supposed to tell you. But anyways, we got lost Friday. I don't know where we ended up, but finally we got on the right fucking subway or right train, and we headed home or to the hotel or whatever. Anyways, it was fun.
Anybody else got an answer for this?
What was the question?
I don't even remember the question anymore.
Is there anything that is mundane, routine, that has become monotonous and obnoxious? And do you ever see any chance of getting the good feeling back to it?
So for me, it's when I post the show, tagging the show. So I usually try to give that to Matt to do.
Yeah, you do. And, I've noticed that more and more recently.
All right, check that off.
I'm like, I freaking hate tagging the show. I spent the night already editing it. Someone else can tag it. So
why don't you give it to Robert?
Robert knows how to tag. Come on now. Masturbating. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't grip so well with my fingertips.
I was gonna say mine is still a blast. So
yeah, I'd say grocery shopping. It's kind of mitigated by by various like services that stores offer now.
What I love about grocery shopping and the hit or miss services is that you get so many free groceries anymore because Walmart just can't do it right.
Yeah, dude, I always have an issue with Walmart. It's like every order with Walmart. We actually stopped doing it because Walmart fucked our order up every time.
Every single order we get, like, we don't do it that much anymore either because they mess things up terribly. But it's like every order, I always have to write them. So I feel like at some point they'll be like, this guy's just trying to get free stuff. I'm like, nope. These idiots do dumb things. Like, we needed 409 and we needed flour. And they're like, put it in the same bag. And like, the 409's leaking because we threw it. Great.
Or I need a 24-pack of cat food. All right, give him one.
Do y'all eat like a bag of grapes when y'all grocery shopping?
No.
Are y'all those kind of people?
The thing that's weird about Walmart in our neighborhood, we had 3 Walmarts almost equal distance from from us.
Equidistant.
Like if we drove in any given direction, we'd get to a Walmart at the same amount of time. But only one.
America.
And you have to cross this overpass. Well, the thing is, it's funny. We're in like a really middle class neighborhood.
Underpass.
And if you cross the bridge, you're in like an upper class neighborhood. But all of a sudden, shit turns into Mad Max. Like everything's cool on our side of the fucking highway. Across the highway, it's like Mad Max. Like seriously, like there's an exit ramp right there at the end of the bridge, and that's where it starts, and it just turns into fucking Road Wars. So like going back to turn something is kind of a hassle for us. Especially when like we need cat food and we get home and there's like one little pack of cat food and we need it 3 weeks.
We get dog food.
I get food too. What's your point? Fuck.
I like feeding gator.
I like feeding gator too.
With me, it's weird because now that I work for myself, I always told myself when I was working for someone else, I would say, self, if I had my own practice, that wasn't me. If I had my own practice, that was Bobby. If I had my own practice, I would be up at the crack of dawn. I would work 12 hours a day. I would make millions. And now that I work for myself, it's very difficult to go to work and get working. It's one thing when something needs to get done as opposed to when something doesn't need to get done, but with a little motivation, I could get a lot of shit done. It's very hard, especially stuff I've done a million times before that I could do several things at once. Very quickly. I can almost not stomach it, even though I can do it extremely fast. It's very difficult, and like Lisa, now that Lisa's done with school, she's coming to work twice a week. And it's really nice because I'm just like, here. She came to work yesterday and she's like, what do you want me to do? I said, here's the filing, because you got to do filing,
Do you take stuff to your thing?
What?
Do you take your files to your
what?
No, nothing. I don't know. Sorry.
Like filing and just little letters and just all the stuff I could bang out, and it's like it's proportionately the ease that it is for me to do, it's proportionately difficult to do because I don't want to, and it's very hard. It's something I'm struggling with right now.
Who's left?
That's it.
You left nut. You left nut, Bobby.
Let's wrap it up.
Hey, Bobby, tell the SCU fans about how you shave your balls.
What do you mean?
Explain it to us.
Day 1, day 2, day 3.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck you want me
Day
to
1
say?
is your balls. Day 3 is your head.
Yeah. Like I shave my balls on an off day.
Do you use the same razor?
Huh?
Do you use the same razor?
No, different razor.
Do you? Hold on. Bobby? Do you use Dollar Shave Club?
No.
For $5 a month.
No, I know it seems like a great deal. I'm not opposed to it.
Deliver you. I'm
oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Money. They'll deliver
I save you some money.
Razor. It's also on one finger. 3 card. Look, let me tell you, Bobby. Before I started using Dollar Shave Club,
good night, folks.
I use $5 Shave Club.
Whatever. It's Dollar Shave Club.
Have you ever tried Blue Apron?
Yes.
Dude, I try Blue Apron 9 times a week for dinner.
9 times a week?
Hey. You ever heard of Brooke Lennon's?
Oh, Greg.
Sheet. It's actually really overpriced, but it's good for what you get. So, Talkspace.com for people who.
Hopefully, have we cut off by now.
Don't stop the show yet. The fans have a right to know. Bobby,
what?
Do you shave your chest too?
No.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, NewAge Radio, 8 Weeks,
and my personal favorite, the well-established gentleman's show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse,
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it down.
Shut the fuck